Who did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect?
Welcome to the east side. We don't wait for doors of opportunity, we just wait on when we gotta kick them in. Decatur, Georgia, or a den of thieves. Hidden leaves just to feed the village. Hidden leaves make them feel like ninjas. Niggas always keep the metal tucked till you run up, get your face cut. Got your brukins on the back end. Know too many niggas trapped. They be stuck in genjutsu. They see the world from a different view. Shadow clones cause they silhouettes. Hard to point out when they robbing you. You never know what be inside of you. You never know who you be talking to. Till it's 2 a.m. on the east side. Black as shadows in the nighttime. They don't wait on nothing but the right time. He ain't come around the corner. Shots fired, that's a nigga down. Sad, but this is normal around this town. I've been crying for my niggas found. I've been praying for my niggas down. Always looking for some progress. Try a nigga, he gon' regress. Locked and loaded that nigga ready. Turn your brains into a red spaghetti. I be looking for God here. Hopefully he see that I'm trying here. Say my niggas cause they really lost. Talk to my niggas before you write them off.
They say, Vic, don't you move on that side, boy. Both the crime rate and junkies stay high, boy. Scary niggas, they ain't see my vision. Now they see it, they want them to convoy. Stop by the corner store, know that it's kissing. Then let them watch windows pump gas for a bag of chip shot with the water. But no, they got size, I don't need no patchouli. I just want water. Star bitch with my brothers like Pops and Earl. We gon' turn Keller Road right into a Melrose. I might turn Wesley Chop to a motherfucking church. They got my people and teach them their worth. I don't need no appraiser, I'm knowing the worth of my property. They just sold out the cab, always a lot in the world, and I'm winning it all like construction on this side. I'm taking my time, now it's 2 a.m. on the east side. Up as fuck, no I'm writing rhymes. Late night, now the early morning, like an alchemist, I'm turning into something. Shots fired, that's your nigga down. Sad, but it's normal around this town. Cause I'm calling, say you beat the charge. He can't wait to come back around. Other cousin Carly, almost out. Say he heard prices went back up. Confirm they gassed up. Told him chill, though, cause we next up. People be looking for God here. My job is to teach them look in themselves. Say my niggas cause they really lost. Spitting for the ones they breaking off.
Who did you expect?
Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Biggest the Super Bowl. Niggas so thirsty, don't put me in beef. Dissecting my words and start looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock cause I love the mystique. I still wanna give me a song where I beat. Can't trust everything that you saw and I cheat. Just know if I diss you, I make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on your caller ID. I'm naming the album to fall off. It's pretty ironic cause it ain't no fall off for me. Still in this bitch getting bigger. They waiting on the kid to come drop like a father to be. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Muhammad Ali, the one that they call when they shit ain't connected no more. Feel like I got a job in IT. Rhyming with me is the biggest mistake. The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. It's like we recruited your homies to be demon deacons. We got them attending your wake. Hey, how the gang got away from the bars, man, this shit like a prison escape. Everybody stepping, we're fucking, and everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear up my plate. When I show up, it's motion picture, blockbuster. The goat with the golden pen, the top toucher, the spot rusher. Spray this whole shit up, the crop duster. Not Russia, but apply pressure to your cranium. Codes automatic when aiming with the boy in the status of stadium. Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just two guys playing shit that they did in the studio. Niggas usually send their verses back to me and they be terrible, just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women when they start debating about who the GOAT. I'm like, go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who you bitches really rooting for? Like a kid that had been from January to November, nigga, it's just you and Cole. Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl. Saw that girl on her phone, G. Never paid attention to the room or the homie. She just missed another opportunity, And I know that she lonely with no company, She so busy reading text, she ain't even read the room, yeah. Always sending texts like I just want myself a little boo, yeah. I think I just went stupid, hit by Cupid. The arrow hit my heart, I hope she noticed. Gotta read the room, yeah. Learn to read the room, I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room. Trying to talk to you is honestly so fucking strange. Trying to find a way that drove my brain to be deranged. I would've never thought I'd have this kind of issue. I couldn't connect with you inside of the same room. I know you feel me, at least I think you do. It's hard to tell, I cannot read the room. Seem to be unfazed, that's what you supposed to do. You seem so confused, baby, why won't you learn to read the room? I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room.
I'll show you how to read the room, baby. Say you faded off that drink, I hit the road in Zoom, baby. Project nigga section 8, I never had a spoon, baby. She says it's rated, this movie coming soon, baby. No, I ain't worried about your boyfriend, he ain't like that. See me, it's on sight about that pussy, he gon' fight back. He gon' risk his life, I beat him up like go down my path. But your bitch won't be, so it ain't my fault that you tried that. Oh yeah.
Learn to read the room, I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room.
Who did you expect?
Yeah. Everybody think it's a game. Yeah. Everybody think it's a game. Yeah. Everybody think it's a game. Boy, I ain't playing no games. No, boy, I ain't playing no games. Yeah. Don't nobody know about the late night, early mornings with no sleep. Don't nobody know about the low time we ain't really had nothing to eat. Don't nobody know about the time we had to ride around without tank on E. Don't nobody know nothing but me. Don't nobody know nothing but me. Don't nobody know about the grind that it took. Don't nobody know how many times we put ourselves out there and got overlooked. Don't nobody know our pockets was low. Don't nobody know they think what they know. Don't nobody got love for a man, especially when a man hitting it low. Everybody got words of wisdom. Who putting in the work though? Everybody wanna get a trophy, but you ain't make it to the ship though. Better stick to your sailboat. I know you love to ride the wave. I see you really love to follow. Trendsetters over here though. Whoa, everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game till you get played. 2K. Had me the pressure, I handle the rock. Stay on the ground till I shoot to the top. Harder than lava, I fire the op. Stay back and shoot, my heart is just hard. I don't miss nothing, my shot can't get blocked. Looks in my face like I'm Curry on God. My mentality win at all costs. Snakes in the grass, had to cut a few off. Keep my head low, my focus is people. The confidence is key, don't let haters get to you. Critics always wanna say something negative. I can't mind them, I know that I'm better than them. I just know I gotta grind for my team. Take the title home and be MVP. Once I do, I'ma show on the king. Finger to the left, so quiet my demons. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played.
Everything seemed like a game. Hi, yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's showtime. It's showtime. It's showtime. Peace, love. How are you doing? How are you? I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. As always, I appreciate you. What's today? Thursday? Thursday. Before we even get into the show today, I think it's best that I mind my manners. I think it's best that I mind my manners, okay? And must show a lot of love and appreciation to the people that support the show. And last show, my brother Spence was the sponsor. So salute to you, Spence. I appreciate you holding down the gang. And being the sponsor of the last show. Now, last show, I don't know. It went how it went. We'll look at the comments to see how that goes. So big salute, big shout out to Spence. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. What we got on the docket today? The docket today. All right. Jordan, what up? Let me tell you what we have on the docket today. Okay. We had a stream. What's today? Thursday? I don't know. Monday, Tuesday, one of these days. Okay. And somehow, some way during that stream, one of, constant supporters of the show, HQ, said some troubling language, right? And I'm not sure why it exists, but I don't think we properly spent the time to actually communicate effectively about differences, right? So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into a couple of thoughts. I do not care much about watching the debates back and forth. We'll watch the highlights. Because ain't nothing y'all can do about a lot of stuff. Travel One is here. Travel One still has not said one nice thing about men. Not one nice thing about men. Not one. Not one about Cheeky. I mean, not one about nobody ever. I have not seen Travel One say one nice thing in that chat since Travel One been rocking out with us. So if y'all ever see a nice comment towards a streamer, towards any man from Travel One, make sure y'all screenshot that and we gonna save it into the forever vault. They ain't no compliments, not one. All this time. I don't know what we gonna do. We can't get one. You can't say I don't like no other guys but one guy. Maybe $1,000 picture with Chris Brown would help. I don't know. But you got to figure this out. D, what up? You got to figure this out. Okay. It's been a rough day in the markets. So, that happens. Okay. So earnings seasons are starting to, come to a close in this quarter. And then we got a few months before it starts to ramp back up. So we're going to do what we do. Now, Travel One, you guys watch Travel One. Okay. So last stream, HQ said that we don't like women. She said a much harsher word. She said, y'all hate women. And I didn't understand, where did that come from? How did you come to that determination based upon disagreements, things that we dislike? I don't know. Ricky, what up? I don't know. That part was problematic. So, we got to figure that out. We're going to tackle that today. We're going to tackle that because that is phrases I've heard said quite a bit. And I don't think it comes from the proper place because I think it's misplaced. All right. We're going to handle that today. All right. But I do want to show that with the right level of communication, the right level of the ability to express yourself, we can come to a place where we can understand each other in some disagreements. Now, I don't think these disagreements will ever stop, but to the extreme where we push some of this stuff, it's got to stop. The only person we can say for sure don't like men is Travel One. So far, that's the only one we know for sure is Travel One. Everybody else, we'll figure that out. Now, before we start the stream, it's best that y'all drink some water. I'm going to try to stay between 3 to 5 bottles for this stream. Okay. That's what I'm going to try to do. I can't guarantee it because I don't know how long I will last, but we'll see. Okay. We will see. Now, HQ was quiet on the panel with Crimson Curl. I missed the stream. I missed that stream, but if you give me a timestamp, I will gladly go back and watch that. Yeah, you know, HQB. I told y'all what they do. This is what they do. They go, yeah, and y'all men don't like us women. They go off camera and they start laughing because they're trying to, you know, elicit a certain type of emotion out of us. And we're not going to fall victim to it, but we are going to properly respond to it. What the proper communication that is required to show the ladies in particular that just because we have a disagreement don't mean we have to go to the furthest, okay? We don't have to go that far. Now, I did see a post earlier by Shabazz the OG, if y'all familiar with him. He made a post earlier about a woman who was upset that her boyfriend cheated on her again or something of that nature, and she had quite the response to it. Okay, so if you guys want to see that particular post, because I'm not going to play it, because in that particular post it got a little bit out of hand, but I saw the post and I was like, wow. I thought there was some problems in that post, but you know, we may not tackle that today. I just want y'all to be able to access that so y'all can understand that when we talk about, you know, emotional and when we talk about EQ, right? When we talk about being able to control yourself and things like that, when you watch that video, I said it in the chat, when you watch that video, y'all tell me at the level of restraint and control that has been requested is also being performed. That's what I want you guys to tell me, okay? I'm looking for the right phrase. What's the phrase? Okay, we're looking for someone to, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure that out. So I also want to talk about another thing, right? I'm having trouble with the so-called simps, the so-called people that preach certain things to women. And the reason that we have a big issue with it, and we're going to point that out on the show today, like it's not any form of jealousy or anything like that. The reason we have a big issue with it, we're going to point it out on the stream today. Okay. So that's what we're going to cover today. I did have this one video. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I want to start the show off with something I think is calm, cool, and collective. And it just is what it is. Okay. There was this young lady. Maybe you guys seen it. She celebrated her sweet 16 and her father spent upwards of about $100,000 on her sweet 16. Okay. I never had no sweet 16, no sweet 15, no 14, no 13, no 18, no 19. I didn't get no sweet nothing. However, this young lady got to enjoy quite the day thanks to her father. Let's play the video.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Turn the other way as well. Good.
Is that like a, I think that's like a, that's like a one of those dresses you have when you become a princess or something, I think. Yeah, I think that's something. Yeah, that's.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's one of those dresses that you get when you're a princess for sure.
Turn the other way as well.
She looks happy to me.
Good.
She looks happy to me, man. I don't know if I want to hear that music in the background, but yeah, shout out to her dad doing what he do. I want to say I actually don't have a huge problem with this personally. I think that somebody that's generated that amount of money, have that amount of money, probably have some sense of managing their own money. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm saying that if that's what he chose to do with his money because he wanted to celebrate his daughter. And I don't know the backstory on this, guys. From what I heard, she graduated early at like 16. She's done really, really well. And this is one way he wanted to celebrate her. I'm not opposed to this. There are a lot of families that come from more money than most, is what I'll say. And if that's something she earned, her father felt that she deserved, whatever the case is, that's how he wanted to celebrate it. I have no quarrels with that, because there are tons of young ladies that get experiences, whether in this country, outside of this country, that get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on them. And so if that's what the father wanted to do with his money, salute to that man. I can't say whether that's a good amount of money utilized or not, because I don't know much about the background and how it came across. So, but it is what it is. If you guys want to save y'all $100,000 and don't spend it on a Sweet 16, that's y'all prerogative. But if the man is worth millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and he's seen, and I'm just telling you that the mindset is different when y'all dealing with men that worth lots and lots of money. They do look at things differently, right? Because there are certain times that things are done. So I cannot be strongly against what I'm seeing here. I don't know if there's something that I could do, because I can't afford that. But shout out to her. There's no reason to not let her enjoy her time, not let her celebrate. By the way, this don't hurt us. I want to let y'all know this don't hurt us. Her family celebrating her and doing what they do does not take away from us. As a matter of fact, what we can do is look at it from another perspective. You can look at the father putting money in a lot of people's hands, supporting their job, supporting their business in that way. So they had to get the probably party promoter. They probably had to get the coordinator. They had to get the camera people. They had to pay for the dress, the person that does the custom dress, things like that. So in a lot of ways, it's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it as if you spent that $100,000 and hurt your heart, or you can look at it in a way where he was putting a lot of money in a lot of people's pockets and supported them. Let's just say if you wanted to give back $100,000 donation to a charity, there's nothing wrong with looking at it like, hey, I was going to give $100,000 away. Let me go ahead and celebrate my daughter who's graduated early, who's doing phenomenal in school, has a good head on her shoulders, somebody he's very proud of, and I'm going to go ahead and put all this money in all these entrepreneur pockets, people that do these businesses. There's many ways you can look at this. Now, it is what it is. So nothing wrong with him celebrating and doing what he do, okay? I know some of y'all disagree. Some of y'all wouldn't do this. But I can't be too mad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't be too mad. I'm trying to fight against it, but I can't be too mad. All right. Now, let's just get into it. Now, on the other hand, I saw this other video. Okay, there was a woman. See, I can't swim, y'all. So there was a one. They on one of those little jet skis, right? And on their jet ski,
you all right? It ain't no sharks out there. It's not.
Hey, hold on. Come here.
All right, here I come.
Come here.
I'm coming to get you. Right. All right, I'm coming. Oh my God, here I come.
I'm for real fucking.
Stop.
So what happened was the young man either fell off, right? He either fell off the jet ski, and he either has some fear of water, some fear of swimming, whatever the case is, right? And his girl that he was with basically was like, I'm gonna come get you. And then she pulled off like, psych. And he was saying there's sharks, and he was very afraid. And she took advantage of that to try to help him overcome his fear of water. And because she did that, he ended up breaking up with her. Now, where do we stand on these positions? I'm going to tell you where I stand on this. I am extremely torn because I don't know how to look at this. She challenged him. Sometimes you want somebody that can challenge you, right? Because fears aren't often real. Now, if you have a phobia diagnosed, etc., as opposed to you saying I'm afraid, it's not the same. But I don't know if that's something she should have done. I don't know if she should have played with his emotions that way. There is a true fear. I cannot swim. I don't like being in water. I don't like being in well, pools is all that's cool. But water where I can't touch the ground, going on boats and those cruises, that's not for me. Now, I can't. Now, one thing about me also is I have a strong sense of humor, right? Hey, Orchid, I have a very, very strong sense of humor. So because of that, I don't know if I would break up with her because I had my life jacket on. But I want to tell you, I've never been in this situation. I've never been in this situation where something that I don't even know if it's a fear, because I don't think I have a fear of water. I just can't swim. So it's just logical to not put yourself in a predicament. Now, I have been in water. I've been whitewater rafting. You know, I've been in situations where I've been on the water and stuff like that because I'm not fearful. It's just not a smart decision by me to go get in the open body of water. It looks like they probably afraid of sharks. And so I'm not sure if this was the smartest thing by her. And it depends, because he might be pulling practical jokes on her. And so she might got her revenge back. But I will say this, that's a cold game right there. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know if the right answer is, yo, you've been with her for a couple years and you're going to leave her because she played a joke on you. But that ain't funny. Let me be very, very clear. That ain't funny. I can probably laugh about it because I have a sense of humor, but I wouldn't enjoy it in that moment. Because realistically, she could have left him there. Realistically, she could have left him in that water and dipped off. So it's a very tough one to decide, but I'm not mad at him. I don't think you should play with nobody like that. There's certain things you shouldn't say, certain things you shouldn't do, and I think she probably crossed the line. Okay? Now, another thing I want to tackle, right? This is a little bit for the business side of it, right? I want to tackle this. This is a little bit for the business side. Y'all ever had one of those Arizona iced tea, right? Y'all know the 99 cents, that the tall like soda can that's like $1, and the price really hasn't changed, right? The owner of that company, right? Let me see if we can look it up. Let me see. Let's see if we can look him up. Let's see if we can look him up, man. Okay, here we go. So the owner of that company in this video, he speaks to why he does not want to change the price of the particular item, right? So we're going to play that for you guys here.
Why not increase the price and therefore increase the profit?
We're successful. We're debt-free. We own everything. Why? Why have people who are having a hard time paying their rent have to pay more for our drink? Maybe it's my little way to give back.
Would you definitively say that you'll never raise that 99-cent price?
Never. Not in the foreseeable future. Yeah. You know, we're going to fight as hard as we can for consumers.
Why not?
Now, somebody in the comments said that he was one of those respectable, or I don't even know what the right phrase is, right? But they said something about him to the degree of like a person that's not greedy or unselfish, the person that really cares about the consumer, right? And I want to say this. He is a really great depiction of somebody that's not being greedy. And they have not changed those prices pretty much. He said he's going to keep it as long as he possibly can. And the reason that I can agree that this is a good or a very decent individual, because there is a high demand for the product. He probably could raise it 10 cents and not many people will bat an eye. If you look at inflation and what we've done when we've had 37-cent cans and 42-cent chip bags, and now we know they're exceedingly over $1, right? What we can speak to is this. If the business, and this is important, if the business has no dream to grow, right? This is very important, right? Because I want you guys to realize just because other business owners raise their prices and things like that, it does not mean they're greedy. A lot of y'all confuse you not being able to afford something because prices have risen as there being a greed factor. So I want to distinguish something for you that's very important. If this owner has no ambition to ever at all grow the business, and this is a little bit of business talk for you, to grow the business, this is exactly what business owners should do. If all you want to do is serve chicken wings and chicken wings only, right? And you have no desires to grow the business, this is exactly what you should be doing. However, in most cases, when you guys see people raise prices and things like this, you guys don't look at the corner stores, all right? Because they are not the ones that actually create the product. When you see products and their costs going up and you look at the businesses that create them, what you want to look at is, are those businesses creating more products? Are they growing the business in different segments? Because one, a lot of the biggest businesses that y'all have ever seen is they use the profits from the most profitable aspect of their business to grow and create other segments of their business. So if they only had a soda, well, now they might sell chips. Or if they only had this, they might sell candy, or etc. They're trying to build up the business. You have to take those profits, and a lot of times you'll probably lose money in the first couple of years as you're trying to build out that market share. So you guys have to understand that for him, this is a good business model. But if you want a business that's trying to grow and expand, there is no way you're going to keep the prices at 99 cents. It's just very, very difficult to do that. There is some exceptions to, you can argue, a Costco, which is, this is not the exact type business model because Costco offers way more other things. They just want to get you into their store by offering that 99-cent hot dog or whatever the case is, or a pizza, right? So that's something that you guys want to look. It's not greed all the time. It can be, but a lot of time it's the desire to grow their business, or to try to build a rocket ship, or to try to build cars, or to try to do another business, and they use that profit to do such things, right? So I want you guys not to be confused by those particular actions. But shout out to the billionaire. Shout out to the billionaire. He's worth about $6 billion too, by the way, guys. Now, quickly, because I know this has been coming up a lot. Even I think Anton did in one of his streams. We talked about content creators and how much money they make. So I want to show you one of these content creators, okay? Decided to discuss how much money they made in May as a content creator, okay? So let's look into it. How much do you think? First of all, I want to get y'all a guess. Y'all can see the content creator. How much do you think she made in the month of May as a content creator? Y'all just throw out a guess. I want to see who's going to get right. Who's going to get the closest to how much money she made as a content creator? That's what I want to see. Who's going to pull it off? I'm going to take my guess. Nightish, what up? I'm going to take my guess. I'm going to say $800. I'm going to go out on a limb and say $800. I'm going to go out on a limb and say she made about $800. God dang, somebody said $6,000. Somebody said $30,000 in 1 month? In the month of May? Jesus. Oh, I know why y'all saying that, because y'all trying to figure out what business she in. Wow. That's wow. Harrison, my guy, what up? That is wild. Harrison, you can guess too. How much money do you think this content creator made? Brittany said, hey, wait, yes, I spoke to Nidish. Nidish came in the door and said, what's up? What am I not supposed to say what's up to Nidish? I'm confused. If something happened, let me know. Oh, wow. Brittany think this is a restream. No, Brittany, we are live. We live. Okay. Waldy Mac, what up? Now, this is my thoughts. I say $800. Y'all said, I seen, okay, D said 500. 60, I seen 30 racks, 6 bands, man, in 1 month. I might have to rethink about some of this stuff. Okay, so look, because this is wow. This is wow. Oh, this is gonna be good though. This is gonna be good because a lot of content creators been burning out. They've been giving up. Their content does stall a little bit, but a lot of people are super judgmental of it, right? I tell people don't quit your day job. Don't quit your day job. I ain't gonna quit mine just yet. Not because of YouTube, but I ain't quitting my day job for YouTube unless I get a deal from one of the biggest companies, and I don't want one. I don't want one. That's why I don't promote myself. I don't tell people about me. I don't want nobody. Leave me alone. Let me just have my shows, have my thoughts, rock out with the people that I'm good with, and I'm good. And I disappear into the night like nobody ever seen. So I don't have to do that. But I say 800. Let's see who get the closest. Y'all remember y'all number. HD said $5 plus tax. I'm gonna just tell you this. I think she has at least here. As a matter of fact, let me do this, right? I'm gonna drop the link to her page. I don't know her. She's just a random person. So you guys can see how many subscribers she has on Instagram. That'll give you guys an opportunity to have one of those educated guests. That'll give you guys an opportunity to have one of those educated guesses. All right. That's what it will do for y'all. And then we'll see what happens. I'm going with 800. I'm writing this number down too. So I'm going with $800. And by the way, 800, good money. So I'm going with $800, and we'll see who's going to be the closest. Okay, let's get to it.
Here's how much I made as a broke content creator in the month of May. Again, full disclosure, no hate to anyone or anything like that. I personally am okay with sharing this, and it's for financial transparency. Firstly, Patreon. So that's like behind the scenes stuff, selfies, live updates, stuff like that. I made $355.
Okay. With Patreon, first of all, I don't know why she has a Patreon, but she made $355 with Patreon selling selfies, she said. Brittany, that's what I said. Selfies. $355. Honestly, man, it has got to be great to be a woman on social media. I swear. $355 for a selfie and some behind the scenes content. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be good.
Next, TikTok Live, I made $12. And
so TikTok Live, she made $12. And the only reason I'm laughing, not because she's not grinding, is because the amount of views that people watch TikTok, you would think she would generate it way more than $12. But salute to her, because I ain't even on TikTok. This is good. This is really, really good. Okay, so this is good. $12 TikTok.
then Instagram subscription, $7.
So, so IG, she made $7. So we got $355, we got $7, and then we got like $14 so far. All right, okay. This not bad.
From Twitch, which I'm now discontinuing, was $85.
Hey, Twitch is where the bag at. Twitch is where the bag at. Okay, she said over at Twitch where she quitting. She gonna quit Twitch where she made $85, but continue doing TikTok for $12 and Instagram for like $14 or $7. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's count these numbers.
From the TikTok creativity program, which is called now, is where you get paid from videos over a minute. I got $511.
Oh wow, this is interesting. So there's two ways you can get paid on TikTok. So on TikTok, I guess there's the creators fund, and then like videos over a minute or something like that, and then her getting paid for whatever other reason she got paid for TikTok. So I don't know why she separated it, but on the TikTok creator fund, videos over a minute, I think she said $511. That's really, really good. That's really, really good at that. I'm going to assume, guys, I don't know, that might be like how YouTube Premium is for YouTube content creators, where if people have YouTube Premium and they're watching your show, you get paid for that out of the YouTube partnership. So that's what it sounds like that on the creator side of TikTok could be. That's what it sounds like so far. All right. She passed up my number. I lost.
From TikTok's UGC program. I did not have a good month. I tried my best. I tried really hard. $87.
Okay. Also, TikTok has a UGC fund. I don't know what that is. Apparently, I need to go to TikTok, y'all. So I'm going to get in trouble over there for sure, though. $87. So she's heavy on TikTok. She is really heavy on TikTok.
Someone donated $50, so thank you for that.
And somebody donated her a 50 spot. Shout out to the supporters. Send her a 50 spot. All right, cool. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
From YouTube ad revenue, I got $174.
Ooh, look, that YouTube money coming in. That YouTube money coming in, $174. I gotta find what her YouTube page is. I gotta see how many views she getting, because $174, that's pretty high up there. They normally don't get that much. So $174 YouTube views. I'm guessing that's probably AdSense, maybe. We'll see.
Grand total is $1,280.
Grand total $1,280. Grand total $1,280. How close was y'all? How many of y'all knew y'all was gonna get that?
After taxes is 800 and something.
I'm the GOAT. I win. She said after taxes is 800 and something. I'm forever winning. Okay, cool. So after taxes, it got cut down. It's only 800 and something dollars. So I said $800. I think I'm the closest. Man, dang, that tax money don't play. Pay y'all taxes. That's not a bad month, though. I don't think that's a bad month.
So, not that glamorous, this is a reality for a lot of people, but that's okay. I'm grateful.
Man, listen. Oh, man. That is, listen. So, look, I told y'all content creators, they do it for the love of the sport most of the time. And that's why a lot of celebrities getting burnt out. A lot of celebrities is kind of, switching their content slightly for many, many reasons. This girl, she said about $800. So salute to her. By the way, that's good. And we ain't got one of those $100,000 plaques for 100,000 subscribers yet. So that's really not bad. That's really not bad at all, y'all. I don't think that's really too bad at all. Let me get back to the show now. I want to get into some things. So we got to discuss what HQ said. And one of the things I want to tackle is, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. One of the things I want to tackle is not that one, not just yet. I want to tackle this. And I want y'all honest opinion on this one. Let's tackle this.
Excuse me, like, why are we here?
What?
Why are we at Chick-fil-A?
What do you mean?
Like, do I look like a Chick-fil-A girl to you? Like, why are we at Chick-fil-A? Shit's insane.
Now, this is my opinion. I assume this girl is probably pulling a prank on him, and he's unaware of it for the most part, right? She's basically saying, why are we at Chick-fil-A? I'm not a Chick-fil-A type of chick, right? And so she ended up calling him broke. So I'm just curious. Based upon how this transpired, what are y'all thoughts on it? I'm going to let y'all play it out.
Want me to be completely honest with you?
What do you mean be honest? Like, it's fast food. Like, I'm not
just
eating
fast
this
food.
shit.
It's Chick-fil-A. It's like peak fast food. Come on now.
Okay, but it's our first date. So,
It's
like,
not
why?
a date. I was going to go get food, and I asked if you wanted to come with, and this is where I happen to be going.
This motherfucker is broke.
So
like,
now I'm broke.
He's broke.
Now I'm broke. Okay, I make more money than your
you're
stepfather.
broke.
So like now what?
Now, I'm just gonna ask y'all opinion. She said this is not like a first date. He said this is not really a date. I said I was going to get something to eat and you could come, right? She said you basically broke, right? Which is, to me, it's uncalled for. It's a level of disrespect, right? Now, his response is important. He says, I make more money than your stepdad. Now what? He said, I make more money than your stepdad. Now what? That's what he said.
You're broke. Be a
Your
real
stepfather
man.
that pays for everything.
Okay, be a real man and
You're
take it
trying
to
to tell
another
me to be a
place.
real man.
Yeah, you're not
your
a real
father is
man.
not even
Take
in
it-
your real life. So like,
That's-
what are we talking
oh my
about?
Now, he said your real father is not even in your real life. Cause she said, be a real man. Y'all tell me if this makes sense to y'all.
God, that's disrespectful as hell.
It could be disrespectful. Do you want to get food or not?
No, I'm not eating this. Some broke people.
It's broke people.
I'm not eating this. It's
Okay.
broke people.
All
And
right.
you're rude. Take me
let me get a
home,
lemonade.
bro. Take
Anything
me
else?
home.
I'm getting my food first. You're bugging.
You're really eating this chicken.
Yo, bro, I don't give a.
Excuse me, like why?
Now, how do y'all feel about that trend? Because me personally, I thought he was a little bit over the line. I ain't gonna lie. Does when somebody call you broke really hurt your feelings that much? Because like, to me, it's a compliment. Because the truth is the truth. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings if you tell the truth. You call me. But why did he have to say, I make more money than your stepdad? Now what? Why did the stepdad have to get flexed on like that? And why is the stepdad the bar? That's the question. Look, think about this. Is stepdad the bar? I really want y'all to pay attention. Is that the bar? Right? And one day we might expand into a deeper conversation. It's not going to be this for this show because y'all not going to have me all night, not tonight. But I'm just curious. Did he have to say I make more money than your stepdad? Now what? And your real dad ain't even your real life? Now, honestly, it's not about whether he knew she was pulling a prank, so he countered it. Because sometimes you guys know, like, okay, I know she probably trying to prank. And then so he'd counter it. But some of that stuff is over the line. I don't know if that's the right way to handle it, guys. But also sometimes you can feel so disrespected, you like, forget it. She didn't respect me enough not to play that game, so I'm gonna play with her. I just thought that was a little wild. And he was in the BMW, by the way, guys. I just want to acknowledge that the young man was in a BMW. I don't, at least even the cheapest BMW costs a little bit of money. It's German engineering. Even the cheapest BMW costs a little bit of money. So I just thought that was some wild stuff right there. I ain't mad too much, but I'm like, I don't know if you need to say all that. I think he went in just a little. He went in. I'm gonna say that. He went in. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna. All right, now I'm gonna ignore that one. Whew, let's jump to really quickly. No. This is what I want to touch on right here. Where is my video? I gotta find it, guys. Hold on. I got to find it. Okay, we'll start here. And shout out to the Daily Wrap-Up crew. We'll start here, okay? Timeout says for the water fund and the trigger fund. Now, timeout, don't be getting me in trouble. Every time you do that, you start a problem. You stop it right now. Now, I want to get into this because remember, this conversation stems from HQ's strong statements about the disliking that exists from men to women and hate and all those things. So I want to tackle some of those thoughts, and I want to do it with a level of communication. I want to do a level of communication to show that you don't have to go to the extreme just because there's a level of disagreement in areas of life in relationships. Okay, so let's get to this video. This video is about, I think, successful women.
Don't want a successful woman. Right. I feel like they don't know where to get them, so they're just like, I'm gonna take low-hanging fruit and date Keisha because she here. What I'm saying is they don't put forth the effort to go get that type of woman, go where she is. It's just like, well, I'm in the club, Keisha came up to me, so let's go with that.
So what she said was this: she thinks the men don't really know how to get successful women, so they take low hanging fruit. So instead of trying to go out and find these women and deal with them, they go out and just settle for the low hanging fruit. That's her statement. That is why she believes men do those things. That's her statement. Okay.
Don't want a successful woman. Right. I feel like they don't know where to get them, so they're just like, I'm gonna take low-hanging fruit and date Keisha because she here. What I'm saying is they don't put forth the effort to go get that type of woman, go where she is. It's just like, well, I'm in the club, Keisha came up to me, so let's go with that.
I think sometimes men feel like they would rather pick a woman that's in that element because they would have more time to give them their attention. She may be busy in her world and climbing the successful ladder where his needs are not being met, because we're not looking for your finances. We want words of affirmation. We want acts of service, you being there. And like, it goes into like, I know you guys are like, oh, we're not here being your therapist.
What I want you to understand is this. This is important. I think for women, and y'all, and listen, and let me see here. I will drop the link too, so that way it's not a situation where the ladies feel like they are not allowed to give their perspective on it, right? So I don't want to mess that up, but I want to be sure for you guys to understand. This is very important, and this is my opinion, ladies. If you disagree, you tell me. When it comes to money, right? When it comes to money, there's two things. I think that the ladies view success. If they see a successful man, they think them doing the same actions make them a successful woman. Now, I'm not saying that's not true, because I don't want to have that battle. But this is the thing that I think that women, and this is my opinion, you tell me if you guys think it's true. The biggest thing I think women struggle with is that when they look at a successful man and they go, okay, I'm doing well, I'm successful too, why don't I have the similar outcome, or why don't I don't get the same experience? And this is the reason why, ladies. And then you're not going to like this. Men that are successful and have money pay for things. They pay for stuff. Women that are successful and have money don't want to pay for stuff. So a woman searching for a successful man makes sense, because it's like, all right, look, I find a successful man that's doing well. He going to buy stuff. He going to take care of stuff. He going to cash out, not like in the sense of tricking, in the sense of he just handles stuff. He got money. We go on vacations. He pull out the card. He never is upset because he's doing that, right? If a lady is successful, why would those men be looking for them if they're not going to do what successful people are supposed to do with the money? If you're a successful woman and you have the money, you're supposed to be paying for the trips. You're supposed to be paying for these things. That's if you want the similar outcome that you think you would get when you see successful men do things. And this is why I say money has a gender. I know they tell you, look, my money green, I don't care about race. It has a gender. How men spend money and how women spend money and how it's impacted, that is the biggest difference. So if y'all ain't going to spend money because y'all have the money, and the men that have money have proven they're going to spend the money, it's not going to be the same. So the search and the desires will not be the same. Y'all have to, at some point, go ahead and pay for stuff and pay the cost to be the boss, or y'all going to have to let it go. Y'all going to have to let it go. And I think this is where a lot of women get it confused, where they say, y'all don't like us, or y'all feel insecure. No, it's not no insecure. It's because you're not paying for nothing. And It's not no disrespect. It's like, you got all this money and you successful, go ahead and pay. And here's the problem that then comes out. Well, what if it don't work out? I didn't pay for everything and I done did this. Well, you got to take that risk. I think that's one of the biggest differences. And I think that's one of the things that women often get a little bit off. They confuse men not liking them as the reasons why they don't really deal. And that's not the reason. It's because you being successful does not benefit. A successful man will lift the woman around him if she's not successful. Successful women don't want to lift the guy. And I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it never, ever happens. I'm saying the mindset for the reasons behind the action is not the same. So men will not respond the same way that women respond. It's proven. What do women say? Man, I want a baller. I want somebody that can take care of it. Men don't say that. Now, would it be nice if it was possible? Every time I say men deserve to be house husbands, men deserve to have options too, the men and the women go off on me. Nah, buddy. Nah, stop being lazy and get up out there and be a man. That's your response. The large majority of men attack that way, and the large majority of women attack that one. So the success of you, and they're normally talking about financially, or have y'all ever heard somebody talk about a successful woman and they're not talking financially? I have not. I have not. That's part of the biggest reason, okay? And I think that is part of the issue, all right? Shouts out to H2 says, salute, I am her, she is here. Oh, yes. Welcome to the show. We're just going to get into you because you talked about, the dislike and you used the hate word. And what I want to do is this. I want to kind of communicate a certain way, and I kind of want to show you that the level of communication doesn't have to lead to hatred. It's a difference of, I don't even want to say perspective. It's just a difference of disagreement. What's the pause for? Brittany says, pause, salute, I'm her, she is here. What's the pause? I don't know what the pause is for, but this is important. How they determine if they're successful. If the HQ say 125, it ain't for me. I don't care. You have whatever money you want. I'm saying in most cases, it's a reference to how much money they typically make. In most cases, I have a whole video about a mortgage timeout. I have a whole video about a mortgage and a lady talking about a mortgage. It ain't for this show, but if you want it, timeout, we talk about it. Now, let me show HQ how we properly communicate together, okay? HQ, at any time, if you think I'm off, you may tell me, okay? I want to show you that I hear what you said, and I want to see if it makes sense, right? So if how you got to the position is because of situations like this, okay? We're going to get into this video and go from there. This video is inspired by HQ herself, okay? Because she said these things last stream, and we are going to approach them. Yes, we are. Let me pull it up one moment. Here we go.
Yo, I'm starting to realize that there's a lot of men out here that don't realize they don't like women. They don't realize that a lot of their feelings is just like hormonal testosterone, and it's not like you really like us.
Right there. There are a lot of men that don't realize that they don't like women, and it's really hormonal and it's just testosterone, right? To me, that sounds like where HQ was going with the conversation, right? Probably some other things in there, but it sounds like that, right? So I said, let me listen. Let me make sure I'm showing the proper level of trying to listen to someone and understand how they got to that answer or that viewpoint on there. So I'm saying, okay, let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Because y'all complain about every single thing that encompasses a soft, feminine, submissive woman. You hate everything about it. You hate that she's needy, that she wants to be treated like a baby, that she wants to be treated well, soft, kind, caring. You guys complain about her calling y'all all the time, asking you questions. Oh my God, why is she calling me again? Why is she bothering me? Because she likes you and she wants to be around you. She hates to see you go. She loves to see you with her. She would be, if she could fit in your pocket, she would. And if those thoughts bother you or make you uncomfortable, you are not mature enough to date a woman, and you only want a woman for sexual gratification because y'all don't really like us. And that's what we mean when we say y'all don't like us. But what do I know? I'm just married. Ladies, gentlemen, drop your comments. Let me see your opinion.
Now, perfect. Now we get some insight to why that position has been taken by her. And a lot of ladies have heard similar language. This is why. So that's how they got to that conclusion, right? Now, let's dissect it. Right? Based upon what she said, y'all don't want the soft, feminine woman that want to be all up under you, this, and that. And I'm going to acknowledge there is some truth to what she said. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to play it again.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that there's a lot of men out here that don't realize they don't like women. They don't realize that a lot of their feelings is just like hormonal testosterone, and it's not like you really like us. Because y'all complain about every single thing that encompasses a soft, feminine, submissive woman. You hate everything about it. You hate that she's needy, that she wants to be treated like a baby, that she wants to be treated well, soft, kind, caring. You guys complain about her calling y'all all the time, asking you questions. Oh my God, why is she calling me again? Why is she bothering me? Because she likes you and she wants to be around you. She hates to see you go. She loves to see you with her. She would be, if she could fit in your pocket, she would. And if those thoughts bother you or make you uncomfortable, you are not mature enough to date a woman, and you only want a woman for sexual gratification because y'all don't really like us. And that's what we mean when we say y'all don't like us. But what?
Right there. Now, let's tackle this. Now, HQ, you're listening. Is what she stated somewhat aligned to why you feel men don't like women, or you use the big strong hate word? Is what she said, is this somewhat where you going with it as well? So, because I thought about it, I said, let me make sure I'm listening and understanding, because that's my goal. My goal is not to try not to understand. It's to go, she thinks that way, she experienced that. Why? And does it make sense? So let's be honest. One, you don't like a girl that's always up under you, that always needs you, always wants you around, that feminine. There is a lot of truth to what she said. I'm not going to lie. But it's the all the time part. Most of those men don't mind that. Oh yeah, she gonna be all up under me. That most men know that. Hey, that's what come with my girl's cool. But it's all the time, right? Yeah, I can see how a guy be like, oh man, she's so needy. She all. I could actually see that, right? But is that annoying situation enough to lead this conversation to y'all don't like women? Well, one, we're going to just say most women not really acting like that anyway. But let's just give you that the women that do act like that, sometimes they get that experience like, yo, you always up under me, get something to do. And da-da. Let's just say that's the case. Is it fair to say, right? And it's just my opinion. Is it fair to say that based upon the way you think about it, is it fair to say, right? I'm just making a fair assessment based upon how you identify men don't like women because of what has been done, right? You actually said hate in there, so I'm going to utilize that word as well, right? Is it fair to say, ladies, you tell me, that women hate children? Is it fair to say women hate children, right? What is the primary thing we hear all about? Oh, these kids getting on my nerves. They always say, mommy, 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 mommy. They always need this. They always need that. Oh, I don't want to have no kids. They too much. If the kids are too much, does that mean you hate them? If you have children and they always, mommy, I'm hungry. Oh, can you take me here? Always needy. Does that mean when you get annoyed, does that mean you hate them? Is the new way women are going about foregoing children is it an omission to the fact that they actually hate them? Is that possible? Or can we be, I found the word I was looking for. There we go. Let me write it down. I'll need that word later, okay? Or could we say this? Right? This reasonable, right? Because I use this argument for, it's just a human thing. If you're a stay-at-home mom, right? No, let's just say you're a stay-at-home girlfriend, because that's the new thing, right? There's no such thing. But let's just say you're a stay-at-home girlfriend. They had that girl on a daily wrap-up crew. She said she was staying at home and she could do whatever he want, and he didn't want her to work, and then she got tired of it, so she left him. So let's just use that example. Let's just say you stay at home, right? Let's just say the man comes home from work, and every day you meet him at the door and you say, oh my God, honey, I'm so glad you're home. I'm so happy to see you. Run up and give him a hug every single day for 365 days. Is it possible that you're going to get annoyed? Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible that it's just a human thing, that even though that's the right thing to do, it's the kind thing to do, us as humans just go, oh, dang, I ain't having a good day. And every time I come home through this door, 365 days a year, you're going to run into the zone and say, I'm so happy to see you. How many of y'all would want that life? I would say the most of y'all would say, I'm not doing that 365 days. Every time I come home from work, ladies, let's just say you working hard every day. And every time you came home, the man said, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. Oh, I missed you so much. And give you a hug every single time you come through the door. Every time, every single day. Most people will say, I don't want all that. That's what they say. So I don't think her statement of men getting annoyed, because that's a human thing, is tantamount to hatred. It's not. It's just, all right, look, you've been up under me for 6 hours. I got to get up out of here. See, that's where a lot of the confusion is. But I understand why when guys say they want soft, feminine women and kind women, and she goes, that's what I'm giving y'all, and y'all can't handle it. It's not that they can't handle it. It's that it's just natural of any human that when you're all up in their space trying to fit into their pocket, like she said, right? And I understand that because guys have experienced that, right? A needy girl, they are feminine, they are softer, they whine and cry when you're not around, and yes, I get it. But the question then becomes, if we say, man, yeah, she always all up under me, is that hater? It's just like, yo, she gets, man, we human. I don't know if that's the proper way to go about it, right? But I think this is similar to how HQ goes about things, right? Now, HQ might have different thoughts, different perspectives on it, but I think that's kind of how they go from one point to another point to another point to make their point. I don't think there's enough evidence to prove that men don't necessarily like women. I don't think there's enough evidence for that, right? Now, what we can do is start bringing a level of evidence to the table, right? We can start bringing a level of evidence. We can acknowledge that a lot of the gripes that women do have are founded, not unfounded. They are founded gripes, and we understand it, right? We understand it. The more successful somebody is, I get it. I'm not going to fight that one. I'm not going to fight that at all. I will pull this one up, though. Now, one of the issues we have when it comes to some of the ladies is that, to be fair, they don't have a strong sense of the demands that they have, right? Okay, How much money you want a man to make? Such a blanketed statement, right? I don't know, 6 figures, right? What job you want him to be working to make 6 figures? I don't know, just give me the 6 figures. I don't care what job he do, long as he make the money. That's how y'all get in trouble in the first place. Because the guys that make the money in the neighborhoods, they make the money, and you be trying to act like you don't care. But when things get tough, you have children, situations come jammed up, you like, I ain't going down with you. Lifestyle get taken down. It matters how you make the money. You need to be able to identify. I don't know if I've seen a level of involvement from ladies about how they identify these men that they're being requesting. Okay, even if they pop the balloon.
This is just recent. You know what I mean? Recently, you just went viral. But the guy told you, he said he owns a trucking company. He makes between 75 and 95,000. You pop the balloon on the he ain't make enough.
Okay. And so, how much do you make a year?
About 75 to 95, depending. That's how the work goes.
Okay, I'm just gonna pop my balloon because I just feel like that's not enough for me. But
Let's elaborate. Elaborate that. Yeah.
So,
why do you pop the balloon?
Now, see, she was on Pop the Balloon. He said about 75, 85, 90, somewhere around there. And she said, I'm going to pop because you don't know. I don't feel like that's enough money. Now, I'm tired of the truckers getting attacked. All right, we already had Ebony K. Williams. She already made all her money talking to the women and all that. Now she said, I'm not dealing with the man. She's going to just go ahead and just skip. You know, you ever play Monopoly? And you draw that chance card? And it says, don't talk to nobody, just pass go. Collect that 200. She said, I'm just going to go ahead and collect this baby and I'm going to bypass the men. That's what she did. And we're going to see how all this stuff continues to play out in the future and see the defenders of her action and the people that strike it down as that's not something they think is a good idea, right? Now, I don't know what the obsession with attacking the drivers for. I don't know what that is. Shout out to all the truckers. Shout out to truckers that's always holding it down. Shout out to truckers that's in the chat, all through YouTube holding us down, because the truckers be the biggest ones showing a lot of love. So I don't understand what is such a disliking for truckers. I don't understand that. Now, let's give her a chance to expound on the reason why she popped the balloon, because the money.
there's a few, I just feel like I'm grown and I got kids, and I'm not saying anybody has to just come in and start taking care of things. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying nowadays with the economy, with groceries, with rent, with mortgage, whatever it is, gas, it's just like, it's just not enough. And I'm not.
Now, this is the reason that we suffer in these conversations. She said, I'm grown. We see you grown. Give us a definition of you being grown. What does that mean? Define that to us. What does that mean? You pay your own bills? What does that mean? That's what I got to understand. Let me bring my dog Fantastic in here to cause some trouble. I don't know why I'm going to do this to us, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, right? Now, this is the question here. Why do you say you grown in the way inflation works? I'm going to just tell y'all the truth, y'all. They don't know how inflation works. I'm sorry. They really, really don't actually know how inflation works. They know what inflation is. There is a distinct difference. Just want to let y'all know. She had no idea. But inflation goes. Ladies, please solve this question for me. And Fantastic, if you can solve it, I will accept it. If you single right now with kids and you paying everything, and I mean you grown, right? Because grown, when a woman say grown, that means they paying for everything. That's just my opinion. Sound like they paying for everything. My question then becomes, if you paying for everything right now, you grown and inflation exists while you being grown, how does $75,000 to $80,000 more dollars, even if you had to say you only can get 30,000 of that, how is that not a good option? Please, Fantastic, explain to me how she's justifying that's not going to work. I just got to understand.
Girl math. So again, girl math equals if you're not paying 100%, you're paying 0%. Or excuse me, if you're not paying 100%, she's paying 50%. And again, it's crazy. I always say this, Aaron. Women can understand a sale or a deal when it has to do something with like them purchasing something, right? Ooh, I've been waiting for this bag. I've been waiting for this dress. I've been waiting for these shoes. They got a 50% off sale at such and such, right? Best deal ever. No woman would ever scoff at a 50% off, deal for pretty much anything. Lo and behold, like you said, now if you add that a man to that equation, and that man, like you said, you're paying 100% of everything, and this man comes in, even if it's you know what I'm saying, as low as 50%, but usually most men, I want to say somewhere 70 or better, it's still not enough. Why? Because it's not 100. So basically, she just exposed the fact of the matter that the man does not make enough money to completely and totally take care of her and a kid that's not his. Okay, for her to take him serious, which she did him a huge favor.
And that's the part that now, when women say men are bad communicators, this is the stuff that irked my soul. Because when you have an opportunity to be effective communicators, see, I think what women say is men are not good communicators. It means they just don't really speak up a lot. To me, because what they say be making sense. I just think they say, oh, the man just don't speak up enough. He say, yeah, I'll figure it out. He don't really go into detail of how he going to, you know what I mean? Like, so they don't speak up enough. I assume that's what it means. But when a woman has an opportunity to communicate, to me, this will make sense, right? If she said, look, he making $75,000, $80,000, right? I still have to factor in how much he costs by himself, how much his life costs him, right? So then whatever his life costs him, if I subtract that to how much he make, and then would he be willing to, funnel that rest of the money that he would have if there's more to add to my life? If she says something like that, I'll be like, okay, that's an interesting way of looking at it, right? Now we got to factor how much his own life costs by himself for the money he's making and see if there's money left over and how much of that can flow to you and your family that he decides to take hold. They never say that because they make it seem like the money ain't enough. And I'm just like, how does the money ain't enough? How much you think the man costs? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how much you think he costs to be a part of your life and do a lot of free stuff, aka taking the kids to the park, because y'all swear up and down that the stepdad's doing a lot of work. Stepdads do a lot of work. I'm sorry to tell y'all. They be doing a lot of work. So that's the part that be throwing me off. What you think?
Stepdads definitely do a lot of work. That's why most stepdads say it's one of the most horrible jobs ever. Listen, man. Women don't understand math. They aren't good with math. They aren't good with numbers. It was a study done to, they tried to push the whole STEM thing for girls, right? And it didn't pick up because literally it just goes against a woman's, I guess, mental setup, right? They're not as numbers driven and science driven as men are. Again, that's not something I did. Don't take my word for it. Google it, look it up. So it's been tried. It's simply the thing of the societal standard that's being told to them. Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, damsel in distress, Prince Charming comes along. He saves me from any and everything, and I get to be pretty and sit back and not have to worry about much. So that's the whole thing that's going on, as to where she's not even worried about, well, does he have enough money left over? Because like I said, she didn't probe. She could have asked probing questions, the number did not hit her bare minimum of what she was willing to take from a man. And to her, more likely than not, as much as they say six figures ain't no money, it's a status symbol. So she's also looking at his status, even though I think he said, what was the range? 75 to, was it 95?
Yeah, like 75 to like 85 or 90, something 95, like that.
Yeah, so that's
good enough.
He's not that far off, but yet and still, like you say, she can't brag to her homegirls or whatever that, he's a six-figure earner. And, that's huge nowadays.
Yeah, so like women do not use Excel sheets. They do not walk away from a lot of coaching calls and actually do the homework you tell them to do. That's why they be avoiding a lot of these calls, right? So I get that part. I don't think they actually, if they told a man, look, I've ran the numbers of how much money this, and this is the number, I don't think they come away with 100,000. I genuinely don't believe that's, if they ran the numbers of the cost it would take for whatever their cost of living for their life for that year, I don't think they would come they would factor to 100,000 because it doesn't make sense.
Obviously, if you're not making it and you're surviving, and not only surviving, being off exactly. So of course, and that's the crazy part about it. People love talking about how, this amount of money is enough, this amount of money is enough, but the average income for the country is like what, maybe 60K, something like that. I think average income for the country is 60K, and everybody's not poor. You know what I'm saying? Only 30% of the population is in poverty, and then like you said, a lot of people are doing, not exceptionally well, but you know what I'm saying, they're okay. And even like you said, you get up into the above 6-figure earners, those people are living paycheck to paycheck too. So so you have half of the population that just are bad at managing money, no matter how much money they make, but whether it be small or a lot. You know what I'm saying?
That's 100% true. That's 100% true. Now, you familiar with Dre and Michelle?
Yeah.
You said she's a good looking woman. Is that what you said?
Well, I said I'm familiar with her, but I mean she is a good looking woman. But I didn't say that. But I mean I won't disagree with you.
You know the craziest part? I had no idea who she was until one day. And by the way, I'm a huge Chris Brown fan, right? I really like Chris Brown. Like, I want the man to be the most successful man on the planet, dominate the world, and really, really come back and do his thing, right? And he's also he's a May baby like me. I don't really care about zodiacs that much, but for the sake of the sport, shout out to Chris Brown, right? When she put on her Twitter, she went viral for saying shout out to Chris Brown, right? That's when I first heard of her. That's how I first heard of her. Now, I don't have strong feelings about who she is and what she does, but she's suing her ex-boyfriend, right? Tyron Taylor. I don't know if he's a current NFL quarterback, but I know that he has been, right? I don't know if he's a current NFL quarterback, but I know he's been a quarterback for a couple of different teams, and most likely he still has a job, right? Apparently, she is suing him for trying to back out of a deal that they had an oral agreement to purchase the home, right? So I think that the agreement was that one day he would allow her to purchase the home from him. And she says they agreed to the contributions, the improvements, the mortgage payments that she made would all go towards the final price of the home that she would have to pay him. I think she said, all right, let me get the house. And she offered him $2.8 million. He countered to $3.2 million. She agreed. And then the claims of how much she spent on the homes and things like that will go to the price. They have a disagreement now. She is suing him for breach of contract. What are your thoughts?
If it's verbal, good luck. Okay, good luck. We know how that goes. Listen, you had a baby on this man. The fuck? What you gonna let you think he gonna look like a sucker? You think he gonna look like a simp? He gonna look like, you know what I mean? No, baby, you gotta go find another house to buy. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take thank you for the home improvements. You did them without my authorization, to my knowledge. I have no idea. I'm just, renting the property out to you. I'm glad I got it back in good standing, but as far as me selling the home, no, I'm not interested.
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think she should have done better to put herself in a better position?
Get it in writing. Plain and simple.
What you mean?
Get it a contract. Get it in writing. Your word is he said, she says, never going to hold up in any court of law.
Okay. So I accept that answer, right? But I have a counter now. My question to you is this. If you acknowledge that oral agreement is not going to get the job done and she should have got a contract, that is the same statement for marriage, right? For example, right? There are a lot of people that have been saying, hey, look, we ain't got to get married on paper, but we can have the wedding and, have the whole party and get together, but we not getting married on paper legally, right? I just tell you that I love you and we're going to be together forever. You do then agree that since you acknowledge that contracts are important, because the oral agreement of saying, hey, I'm going to let you pay me back, which is technically legal, but not strong standing, women actually are in the right to say, nah, ain't no oral agreement. No telling me that you're going to love me forever and we're going to be together forever. Get it in the contract. The women are right to stand firm and say, no, we need to get married and it need to be on paper and need to be in contract, because you kind of agree based upon that thought process, correct?
Yeah. That's solid. That's solid logic. Can't deny it. But my thing would be, hey, if you're willing to roll those dice, go right ahead. If she's willing to try and pretty much now she's giving a man an ultimatum. Hey, if as a woman you have a man that's offering to love you, protect you, be monogamous, all these different things. Mind you, this is a man, you know what I'm saying, not on no finesse and shit, so on and so forth. He's doing this and he's actually living up to his word, right? He's shown himself to be this before. He says, hey, look, listen, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, love you, I care about you, all these different things, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. But look, I just do not believe in state-sanctioned marriage. I'm willing to give you everything and take care of you for the rest of my life. We, you know what I'm saying, we grow old and die together. That's my plan. Okay. Are you willing to do it?
And your recommendation to women is absolutely not get that legal document and get it in writing.
My recommendation would be you'd be a fucking fool to turn him down because
wait. So you do think that it's okay to put women in a position to be like, look, he told me we was gonna be together forever. He promised me, but after 6 years, he said, "Nah, I'm out of here." He just dipped.
Yep.
And you gonna basically look her in the face and go like, "Look here, you look." I think men gonna do is say like, "You should have married him if you wanted him to stay." Like, I don't think I don't know how men gonna get around this. See, I saw that article and I thought of the counter and I said, "Dang." Most men are going to respond and say she should have got a contract. She should have got it legally right. But they're going to skirt around the marriage contract, which is really interesting to me because that is the same argument that men say, look, we don't need no contract. I'm a man of my word, which we all know men lie to women. I'm not going to say all of them lie. I'm not going to even say they lie the most. But men do lie and some women get put in a bad position. I don't know how we can get past this part. If we don't defend Dre and Michelle in her oral agreement, if we want oral agreements to be accepted by women to counter not to get married, right? That's kind of hard.
Now, again, still, and it's there's rules. I mean, not rules, but exceptions to every rule, right? And what I'm saying is, my argument is, that listen. Most men don't even want to get married in spirit, right? Without the state sanctioned part, right? Most dudes don't want to get that. Most dudes are cool with situationships and getting the best, most for nothing, right? For the little, right? If a man comes to a woman and he gives you a proposal, but he just says, hey, I'm not willing to sign a piece of paper in order for us to be together, especially if we're already together. Because again, at the end of the day, only thing a marriage is a licensed relationship. That woman leaves that man. Now, what? I mean, it's going to be the same thing. The only thing is what she's doing. She's trying to have control over that man to keep him from leaving, right? And her being not under any of the penalties if she chooses to leave, more likely than not, right? So it's not going to be a loss for her because whatever she had before getting with this man, she should maintain during the time, right? For the betterment of both of them, for the union, for whatever they're trying to build. And then if things don't work out, everybody's good. Everybody's scot-free. Not we got to go through court. Now I got to possibly, if it's contested, you got to pay lawyers. I got to pay lawyers. You got to pay court fees. Some stuff goes bad or, someone feels some type of way. Now things are long and drawn out. And all it does is cost more money versus us just saying, hey, we had a relationship. We loved each other. Things didn't work out. You go your way. I go mine on good terms.
I don't know. Fantastic. I don't know.
I know, of course, that's what the women gonna say, but like I said, women very, very seldom come out on the negative end of, divorce, so.
Whew, man, that's a tough one right there. All right, I'm gonna run with that. Now, I want you to listen to what this young lady says. Okay, she wants to talk about being financially stable. Okay, because I think it might be important to be financially stable. This is what she says about it. Okay.
When you get with a guy, if he cannot financially take care of all of your bills, if he cannot keep you in labels, if he cannot get your nails and your hair done and take you on vacation, there really is no point in even being with him. And if you think like this, you're a part of my problem. That is what whores think. That is how prostitutes think. And you grown women are out here raising little bitty miniature prostitutes, talking about run them pockets, see what you can get, not thinking, how about I create myself to a financial security, create myself to a level that I can date who I want to because money is not an issue. If you're factoring money when you're getting with somebody, you know what you are? You're not a partner. You're a parasite. You're a virus. You know, when you get with a guy, if he cannot.
I wasn't expecting that. I ain't gonna front. I wasn't expecting that. I should have watched that video first. Okay. All right. I should have watched that video first. Absolutely. Because I think trouble's on the horizon. My forever team.
It's like having bad parents.
I can't understand nothing you just said. I'm lost. What did you say?
Well, hello.
Welcome to the show, Miss Brittany B.
Hi, Mr. Fantastic. Haven't seen you in a long time.
Same here. Hi, Brittany. How's everything?
Good. I just wanted to come up for the money talk.
There's nothing wrong with that. I was not expecting her to say that, by the way. So I should have watched that video there because she went a little bit off. Are you talking about the 75K to the 85K guy?
No, after Fantastic came up, okay. Hold on. Mommy know this.
No worries. Now, me personally, dang, she said a parasite. Now, I actually don't know what to do about this. I have been told that they're supposed to factor in money into their decision. I don't think, to me, this is my personal thought about it. If you request character, you can't tie money into it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just think that those things can't tie up together.
Yeah, they're separate, and they're separate and independent.
Yes. So if you request somebody of good character, etc., you can't then say, but it got to come with the money, right? I'm not saying you can't have good character and you can't have money, but you can't say that character tied to being good is based upon money. That's the part where I struggle with. So you tell her, because I was doing a review the other day of what's her name? Jada Waiter or Jada Cheeves or something like that. She's Lil Baby's mother of his child, right?
Yeah.
And she was on Gilly's show and she said, I ain't messing with no guy that don't, you know what I'm saying, really get no money. Did you see that video? I'm pretty sure you saw it. It kind of blew up a little bit.
Yeah, it went a little viral. And I think she said that previously in the time, but yeah.
Yeah, she would have said that. So actually, I have it right here. I will go ahead and play it for her because she said it. Gilly was there. This is what she said.
I have less than you, and you.
Oh, why you saying low? I didn't hear you. You clear your throat.
Yeah, no.
No, I ain't hear you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not. I have to have. I feel like that's one of my.
As a man, I feel like you just should have more than me. Like,
yeah, because dating somebody that doesn't have more, they're gonna try to make you feel less than as a woman. That's how I feel genuinely. I know girls who are more dominant in the relationship as far as financial status, and their boyfriends try to dog them out just to make them feel like they not that bitch. And I never want to be a part of that. But if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I'd rather it be with somebody that that could benefit me rather than somebody that's taken away from what I got going on. Because these men that don't have the financial status that you have, they are gonna try to just make you feel like you're not her. I've seen it. I have plenty of friends that got hella money and they got a regular guy.
So that's what she said, and she's entitled to her perspective. My issue was the character alignment. You cannot request character and then say his character is only good if he makes more money than you. That was my strong position. No, Brittany, you back. You can tell us because I thought it was about the trucker money. Because I thought you was about to say
After Fantastic came on and y'all had your conversation, I was cool with that. This one, when I started talking, I was like, okay, another conversation about women thinking something about money, and then here we are. I missed the last part of the girl in the car of what she said. I didn't hear that part. That's when I hit the link, and then obviously when I try to come on, I have to mute you to get on so it won't double up. So
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to hear what this lady said. I don't even want to repeat it.
I just didn't hear the last part.
She kind of went off. I should have watched it before I played it. I didn't know that's what she said.
Okay, so you don't want to play it again. Okay.
You want to play it again?
Yes, please.
I knew you was gonna do that. Because you know me, I'm the language hurts my ears.
Oh, she was
You know, when you get with a guy, if he cannot financially take care of all of your bills, if he cannot keep you in labels, if he cannot get your nails and your hair done and take you on vacation, there really is no point in even being with him. And if you think like this, you're a part of my problem. That is what whores think. That is how prostitutes think. And you grown women are out here raising little bitty miniature prostitutes, talking about run them pockets, see what you can get, not thinking, how about I create myself to a financial security, create myself to a level that I can date who I want to because money is not an issue. If you're factoring money when you're getting with somebody, you know what you are? You're not a partner. You're a parasite. You're a virus. You know.
Oh, okay. So she wasn't. She was actually trying to be the solution, basically.
She was trying.
That threw me off. I didn't. Okay, I didn't get.
I wasn't expecting it either. That's what I said. I'm like, ooh.
Okay, so she kind of solved the problem or try to give accountability at the end. Okay. So, all right,
yeah,
cool.
I ain't mad at that.
The other girls, everything is I feel.
Yeah, emotions matter. Yeah, I think the one thing as men we have to just accept that a woman saying I feel is the equivalent of I think for us most of the time. Even though men are starting to say I feel even more, you have to just accept a lot of the way women process things is through their feelings and emotions, and it's your job, unfortunately, to deal with that and manage it. You can't.
Well, not manage it. Get to the foundational thought process. If this is a feeling, if this is an emotion, where did it come from? That's all you have to ask. Where does it come from? And then get to the root of that. So that's why I'm saying if you're even trying to articulate yourself, it comes from a root place. Just say what that root place is. If you don't know, then there's the problem. You can feel what you want to feel, but where is it coming from and why do you think? Because I don't believe that's think. I think that's feel. It's a feeling. That's not what she thinks, or it might be what she's trying to think, but where does that come from? So all this I feel is just like, just say whatever it is you want to say, but you mask it into a feeling, and then now you get guys like you that say that and think that that's how females talk.
That's a good point. That's not how most females talk. I think that's how most of them do. I know that's the smart.
You know, I don't feel like that. That's a joke. I don't talk like that.
I know you don't. So, well, I think that there are some women. I've run into a couple women. No, I wouldn't even say in real life that do have a higher level of communication skills, right? A higher level of understanding, and I don't know if it factors in because they deal with a lot of men as far as they grew up with their uncles, they grew up, hanging with their cousins more, whatever case, and they tend to factor in the communication piece. Like for example, right? One of the guys that I follow a little bit on these YouTube streets is I don't know what to call him, right? But he goes by the name Wall Street Trapper, right? Some people know him, some people don't, right? Some people like him, some people like the accent, the story, etc., right? But I listen to a bunch of different perspectives and things like that, and I watch a lot of people, right? And one of the interviews he recently did, this is what was said.
Again, just the woman I was dating later on, who when you talked about, that's what made me, as I was dealing with her, she was like, yo, I deserve a safe space is what she told me.
Good.
She said, I deserve a safe space. And if we gonna date, you gotta be a safe space for me.
Good.
And if you can't be that safe space for me, yo, like, I'm not doing this. And so my daughter helped me, and then dating a woman that required me to communicate with her, to tell her, you know, she'd be like, no, don't shut down on me. Communicate with me. I don't like not being whether we stay together, whether you gotta communicate.
That's
with me.
good.
I'm not
That's
doing
good.
that. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
And so
how would you respond to that? Would you be like,
in the beginning, I was like, man, you tripping. But then I realized that, bro, you 40. Open your damn mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stop harboring feelings.
Yeah.
Stop harboring them, bro. Like, everybody ain't out to hurt you.
Yes.
Everybody ain't out to get you. Now, mind you, I went to prison because a woman set me up.
Well, there it is.
You feel me?
There it is.
So because a woman set me up. And so I had that conversation with her. And I will say she made me feel safe. As a man,
yes,
I felt emotionally like safe with her. So
now, it's quite an interesting thing if you know his story, right? And what he does and things like that. But to hear him speak about how she communicated with him, I don't hear that often been the case with communication from women. I don't find them to be as effectively a communicator as she was speaking to him. And then he sounded off. She made me feel safe. He used the word feel, right? And I think that is very interesting. She brought a logical approach to something, and she incorporated his emotions and feelings and gave him the safe space, because she knew for her to get one, she had to give him one. It wasn't no just go to therapy, you need to come to me whole. It was she came with a level of understanding, and who she is promotes that type of environment. It's, to me, it's safe to say that if you that type of woman that promote that type of environment and you hold that standard for yourself, which is one of the issues I always have, is women don't hold a standard, right? It fluctuates too much for me, is that you're likely to get that experience. What do you think?
You talking to me?
I knew you was going to say that.
I agree.
And the reason why it's the second point for me was he said it, man, you almost 40, which is acknowledgement that women are saying, hey, look, I be trying to talk to these guys and they don't be want to talk to me. I be trying to communicate and they don't want to communicate. He acknowledged that. Yeah, I listened in totality of the statement and the factors that exist there, right? He said, nah, man, she tripping. And then he checked himself. Nah, bro, I'm getting old, bro. So I got it. This ain't. And then she gave him the space. So I thought that was a really, really dope. And he's a really good orator, right? He really has a level of control over his words, and that's why he's kind of impactful to a lot of people. So that's what I saw in this clip. You saw anything that you took from it?
The first part, when she said you gotta be a safe space, I wouldn't have never asked for that. I would have been what I needed, and then I would have the latter part of the story would have been the same outcome. I just wouldn't have went about it that way. I wouldn't have been telling them what I need. I would have just been whatever I need and what I'm seeing you need, and then that would have been the end of it. Because if I need you to be a safe space, then I need to create one for myself. I'm not asking you to do something I'm not doing for myself.
I think she needed to say it. I think some guys need to be told, like, I think, hey, take out the trash. Oh, can you take out the trash for me? Like, the thing don't exist. A guy can see the trash and know that you want to take it out. He's like, but I'm gonna get to it in a minute. But if you say take it out, then he know, like, all right, she probably gonna be mad if I don't do it right now.
The difference, Aaron, is what she was saying is something she needed. So she's telling him to create something that she needs, either from him or for herself. I'm saying, be that what you need first. I don't need you to create anything for me if I am it. I am my safe space, because protection and protecting myself is my number one job. I don't need you to do that.
Yeah, so I will say this, right? I hear what you're saying and I get it, but I think that's a difficult feat to accomplish when you're dealing with two people. So that's why the marriage thing is such a big problem for people, right? Because it's like, I'm willing to stay married forever, whether we hate each other in our guts and stuff, because I said the words, right? And then the opposite is that other person willing to go to that same depth of their word? And remember, a man's word, hey, be a man of your word, and a woman being a word, that's not a phrase. You see what I'm saying? So I think the conflict here is that she cannot maintain that safe space once she allows somebody else in unless they agree to do it. So she could say, I'm like, for me, I get it. I don't need no woman to not necessarily provide me a safe space because I'm going to require it, right? It's kind of a choice of words here. But once I allow a woman in, she has an ability to disrupt it. And the only thing I can do is to remove her and go back to isolation because I have 100% control of my safe space, right? But the second I allow someone in, there's going to be a level of agreement or cooperation needed to maintain it with two people.
But what happened with influence and behavior? So even if with your example, if I let you in, there's going to be certain ways I move and certain things I do that you will just have to adjust to because it is safe. You would recognize that it is safe. I wouldn't have to tell you to create anything because you recognize and you're aware of what's going on around you.
Yeah, so your level of awareness is higher than most. You have to take that into consideration when you're dealing with somebody. You go, all right, look, and by the way, that might bother you. You might need somebody to meet you at your level of awareness, right? Men are more.
I'm taking me out of the conversation.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to have the encompassing conversation for everybody, right? Because we can isolate and say your experience, this probably not gonna happen. But in a general sense, this is a common communication issue amongst people, right? And I'm saying that most people, when they're better at something, they go into the accommodation state. Like, I'm better at doing this, that, and you're not as good. So I'm going to do 70 or 80% of this, and you do 20 because I know this is not your strong suit, and I'm willing to accommodate. That's common amongst people. I'm saying, I think for her, she recognized this is what I need to be done. And if I can speak this to him and he agrees to it, as I tell women, you have a better chance of getting a man to do something if it's his word. If a man's word means something to him, you gonna know. Not just by what he say, his actions gonna follow it, but you're gonna know it means something. So once you say something to a guy, right? Once it's in the look, are you gonna be able to do something? Can I count on you for that? And he says, yeah, I got you. He has to now hold himself accountable to his word. And that's why you got to find somebody that really cares strongly about their word and things like that. And so I think it's important that she said it so that she can say, now you said it as a man, can I hold you to that? Because you have to have that ground to hold.
I got a question. So the story about being set up by a woman, I wonder if he already told her that story and she already knew it before she came to him with the you got to be a safe space. Because in my opinion, telling her that story was a way for him to say, this is what's already going on, which to me is already saying you are a safe space for me to be vulnerable to tell you the story of why I may behave a certain way. And then a woman that's aware would take that story into consideration and understand that, hey, I might have to do some things that's a little bit extra to say, because of his past, I know dealing with women is going to be tricky because women can be tricky. And I'm going to have to maneuver a little bit different because of what he went through that is so germane to trust.
I personally don't think he told her because most guys withhold.
That,
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I'm glad you said that. So with men withholding, the fact that the order of events would say that he already created a safe space. He already was allowing her in and being that if he told her a story like that, because most men don't.
Yeah, I don't know if he told her that story. I don't think he told her like I got set up by. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he. You said what?
This started off as a question. I said I wonder.
No, I heard you, and and I'm telling you my thoughts on it. I don't think he expressed that to her. I just think that's who she is, right? There are some women that just tell you, look, I want to be straight up with you, and that's why I say it's hard to run into these women that are like just master communicators. Most times it's supposed to be inferred, or you're supposed to already, I hear them say, you're supposed to already know this and things like that. They never say, I expressed this to you, I got your confirmation. Like and I know that sounds corny to a sense. They never say they speak these ways. And I'm like, how are you master communicators? It's just nonsense to me, because how can you communicate when you don't even speak their language? You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't speak the language of men, you don't be around men, you don't have a deep understanding of them, it's harder for you to speak their language. And that's why I'm saying I don't think he told her that, because men like that that's been traumatized the way he's been traumatized typically are very guarded. And it doesn't mean he won't take care of you, provide for you, show you love. It just means those scars is not something men typically just give out. Like that's something you got to dig for. And he'd be like, yeah, you know what? Let me just tell you what happened. Or you say, so what happened? Why you go to jail? Something. I'm gonna just tell you the whole story. I was messing with it. You know what I'm saying? And so there's a process there. I just think it's a dope. It's dope for him to identify that, right? And it's dope to find a woman that he can that can match that and say she presented that to him, so he can be in a sense acknowledging her level of greatness. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times men don't give acknowledgement that women are capable of doing these things. They don't say, yeah, no, yo, this woman did it. A lot of times they bypass those things. And so I thought it was a pretty dope interaction in this particular part of the interview.
Mr. Fantastic, why you quiet?
No, but hey, man, I'm kind of having nostalgia, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying, when I first got back, you know, the team. So I'll just let y'all do y'all thing, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I just jump in when it's appropriate. But
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it was a great point. Like you said, and I think Aaron spoke to the part again. I think that what women miss about men, we can see something that needs to be done, but if it's not urgent or emergency or whatever, and like you said, you have so much stuff going on a lot of the times where it's like, oh, I'll get to it later, or I'm doing this right now and I'll remember this, but you know, you may not come back around to it, or you know, not just be as fast about it as women want it done. You know, women tend to be a little bit more impatient than men. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, not across the board, but you know, usually, you know, little less patient. So him saying it, and like you said, the biggest part was him understanding it and doing that self-assessment, right? And then being like, hey, nah, man, I'm 40 years old. I'm grown. I can't just shut down and try to have her figure it out, or have this weird, long, awkward silence and, you know, creating unnecessary friction when I can just say, hey, this is what's wrong, or this is what I need, and so on and so forth. And I think if more people understood and realized that, relationships will be a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, better, move smoothly.
Yeah, so I want to just add to that briefly. It's so important. This sounds crazy because we usually only talk. There's a way that skilled women can unlock men, and I'm not talking about in that like type to really unlock his mind and go like, yo, when he said she gave me a safe space, you know how hard it for a man to acknowledge that actually exists, or a woman. Most men will never ever be able to say that existed. Most men have never been in a relationship with a woman like, I ain't gonna front. Safest I ever been. I could tell her because when he say she gave me a safe space, that means he truly trusted that he could tell her anything, and it wouldn't take away from his manhood, right? I don't think most women have the ability to unlock that space in a man. And I think that doesn't mean your relationship can't go well and can be good. I don't think most women can say that they've done that. They've been able to unlock that, because I don't know if most women have that desire. What I hear women say, and this is what I try to tell them, look, when they say, hey, what kind of guys you interested in, switch it. Just say, well, look, let me tell you, forget what I'm interested in. First, let me tell you what I want to do for this guy. Just to say, I see what all these other people do. I'm smart enough and aware enough to go, that ain't the right way to go about it. Just show your intelligence in that moment and just switch it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why the answering when the girls on the other video you show was all this. I feel is just lack of just understanding the other side of the coin to even be anything else other than the receiver of something, instead of being able to be in a position to give. So if you're never in a position to give and you're always a receiver, yet what they were saying in their response was like how it feels if somebody was to do it to them. So what's the reverse? What does it feel like? And what do you think it feels like to be on the opposite end of that, which is what you're articulating by trying to say you need something on the opposite. It's just the weirdest thing ever. So it's almost like come to a middle ground of your understanding of how things feel, because I'm sure the person you claim you're in a relationship, you don't want them to feel like that either.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know.
Yay!
And what I said can elicit the lovely Love C here. I'm going to take it. I'm going to accept it. I don't know what it didn't transpire, but it hit her. And she
they've been begging for ABC.
Oh yeah. Look, I gotta holler at Cheeky about that. Cheeky been, super busy.
No,
so.
no, I'm sorry. We're not talking about Cheeky. We're talking about Love C.
I'm gonna leave it alone because I'm afraid that I caught it, so I'm gonna walk away smartly. Okay. But no, honestly, because of the position that he has in like how people kind of view him, where he comes from, his story, right? I think it's impactful for a guy to be able to be, remember, because it's a lot of the things I do here is to be able, like, and Fantastic is really good at it too. Like, no matter what they say about him, he can articulate his point very well.
What do they say about Mr. Fantastic? I just came on because he had on the tank top.
Well, I'm gonna say this:
long arms.
Fantastic is like a band's man. He just curse up a storm. Like, he just gonna go off and be him, right? But when he want to make his point, back it up with facts, he can effectively do so, right? And he also can roast. So like he's actually really well rounded. I just think that when you watch a guy like Wall Street Trapper and you hear him say, "Yo, she gave me a safe space," then you start to question yourself, right? It's not that you think you're him. It's that when you hear people talking, you identify something that you don't spend a lot of time on. You start to go, "Am I doing that? Am I, do I got the safe space? Do I have a safe space?" Right? And then you have to deal with the fact if you're going to go in force and get you a safe space. Then you have to deal with the fact if you get a safe space, are you going to want to pour out all of those feelings and emotions that you actually have now that you can, right? So maybe you run from a safe space, right? You see how I'm thinking? Like, you might run like, nah, I ain't going to no safe space because I'm going to start telling the truth too much and all these things. So a lot of those
always be willing to take an L, and most women aren't willing to take an L. This is why you can't be a safe space, because in order to be that, you have to be willing to lose. Sometimes being that will come with downfall, but you don't know that until you are that.
I ain't gonna jump out the window right now. Let me get to Martin Luther King says, but hey, Ron, your mama black. Well, to be honest with you, she is black, but she is actually, yeah, she's on I ain't gonna get into that right now. Martin Luther King, if you want to see Your Mama Black Part 2, you let me know. I might actually have that in the vault somewhere. I think I did a Part 2. I don't know. You let me know. Martin Luther King. Why is your name Martin Luther King in the first place? Is that to troll me? I'm just wondering, because that might be the troll me. Okay, Martin Luther King says, word to the Indianimal on stage. I got to get that clip back. You're absolutely right. I have got to get that clip back now. And, better sooner than late, okay? Do no harm, Jack, who's sassy. We all know he's sassy. Says, I want to cam up just to see myself through Brittany B's eyes. Then he put the lovely eyesy face emoji. Says, laughing out loud. I want to see my reflection in her glasses. I'm a narcissist. Sue me. I wonder how, like, if his brain really put all these words together that way, okay? Do no harm, Jack says. Brittany B and Love C at the same time. Oh, snap. Did I die? Shoot. I did leave a will in my cats. Well, as long as I'm in heaven, I'm good. Why do you write like this? Oh,
Jack is so funny.
Oh gosh, we done woke Lauren up. The lovely Lauren Mack says, hello, my tortoise friend. That is because she literally like terrorized
her. What's that thing called? She wants her turtle emoji.
Yeah, man.
I've been asking that for like 4 years now, Aaron.
I have not known Lauren Mack for 4 years. Okay, I've known her for 6 months. Actually, I have no idea. I don't keep count. I'm just living life. Love C, did your audio work now?
Let's hope so. Nope.
Y'all supposed to pretend like y'all couldn't hear her and be like, huh?
I thought that's what you were doing too, Aaron. I was gonna be like, I guess not. Why would you do that, Aaron?
I got your back, Love. See, don't Aaron ain't got no haircut. See, Aaron, when he gets haircuts, he don't talk to me. But then when he looks scruffy, he be like, oh, Brittany B, my sis, all this other stuff. But when he get a haircut, I be like, hey Aaron, how you doing? And no response, no nothing. He don't even type my name in the chat. I be like, oh, Aaron got a haircut.
Oh man.
Talk to me when he got a haircut.
Me and Mr. Fantastic, we just be busy. All right. We got jobs and stuff. We work and stuff. We be busy.
Mr. Fantastic is retired.
Nah, he got a job. He's still working.
I'm still busy.
Yes.
I'm busy too.
Yeah, see. Oh, this is a busy set. Love C didn't come up here to argue about who's busier. She came up here to acknowledge the safe space. I know what you're here for.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, I'm busy too. I want to say I'm busy just like everybody else.
Just everybody on we busy bees. That's what's happening right now. Aaron, I'm busy. Love C might be busy. I don't think Fantastic is busy. Actually, men aren't busy. Women are more busier. But
I actually was hoping to solve the issue that HQ has with the whole hate thing, but she didn't go into detail about what she wanted to solve within the conversation. She probably didn't disappear and went on one of those other shows, which is totally fine. Shout out to her. But it really bothers me when they say that. Oh, y'all hate women. I'm like, why feel so? Why is that such an easy statement to just filter out like that? I don't understand it. I've proven that we can get annoyed, yes, but annoying leading to hate. I mean, I don't know. But she might have had
a counter you did with the whole children thing. That's why I was talking to Love C in the chat. I said I always know where Aaron going to go, but again, I'm just aware, and I know that I'm annoying. I'm very annoying because I know I have little sister vibes. So it's all good. Guess what? I'm lovingly annoying.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I actually agreed with the lady about her description of how women are. I don't think you have to be like that all the time, but I think personally, like I want to be treated like a baby. I want to be spoiled. I want to have my way. I want to, I got a whole lot going on. So the likelihood that I'll be able to be, like up under you all the time is not a reality anyway. But in the times when I'm not busy.
See, and that's why I say little sister, because I can't be around you. But when you leave, I don't want you to leave, but I got shit to do when you do leave. So it's okay. See you when you come back. And once you come back, I'll be like, good morning. Hi. And then we start it all over again, like a little sister. It's okay.
You definitely have that little sister.
Very, very
definitely.
loving.
Now, I always be having like a whole bunch of, I always have like a whole bunch of like videos, and I'm actually going to restructure all my videos in the archives, and I'm gonna just like get rid of all of them, and then just go to a strategy where every one that I put, I have to review it and then get rid of it, right? Because I have so much of a backlog.
Are you gonna play all your videos? No, let me get.
I don't know if I'm playing it like in a show or something like that, but to speak about when you said you not gonna tell him he needs to be your safe space, right? So I want you to listen to the statement that this young lady said, okay?
I wrote a post that said the other day, and the women lost their minds. I said, heal the boy in him and the man you want will show up. A divine, feminine, wise woman, her presence can heal him. They thought I said, do something. I didn't say do. I said be. I wrote a post that.
Yeah.
She said, I ain't say do, be.
Yeah. So that's how you want to show, like, I hear you, you hear me. I know exactly what you mean.
I'm just gonna be everything I am, and that's why there is no losing. I am who I am. Whether it's joyful, loving, I lose nothing by being myself. I don't have to ask you to do anything because I'm everything I want to be. I love myself. So when I give you energy, I'm not losing it by giving it to you because I'm being myself. So I can't lose. It's just who I am. So if you abuse it, that's you, but it never diminishes me because this is who I am. So I didn't pretend to be something else. I am this. So I could come in the room and just be myself. And if it heals, if it's safe, if it's not, I'm okay too, because I am just being myself.
Yeah. The reason why I said it, because I prefer when things are stated. I like stated instead of inferred things. Like, yes, I know things should just be because we adults and we grown and I'm a whole person. You know how they say a whole person. I don't like it, but they say that, right?
I don't
So
like
I prefer when things are stated. Yo, this is what I need from you. So you told me. I can't hide. I can't say, oh, you never said nothing, right? Now I confirm, yes, I will do that. And if you have to say, okay, well, I'm gonna hold you to that, or this is what I expect, if this happened, et cetera, and the conversation goes on, I prefer those direct conversations because I'm a go ahead.
No, the hands up for you so you can finish.
No, it's not as impactful if I finish. Go ahead.
Pause. So anyway, it's not funny, Aaron. I wanted you to finish. That's why I held my hands up with patience. I held my hand up with patience.
I'm not gonna let you look like a patient person on the internet. No,
Oh,
hurry up and interrupt like you're supposed to. Go ahead.
Oh no, because I wanted to, it was right here. Pause again.
Terrible.
I forgot.
Yeah, she's terrible. I know.
No,
but I'm with you, Aaron. I think it has to be stated. I think if you're I think a lot of times women make the mistake of communicating the way that we like to communicate, the way we like to hear things, instead of communicating in the way that's best for a man. And so you can expect that 100% of the expectations that you don't speak out to not be met. And then you don't have anyone to blame but yourself. So I think that if you want something done, now I've experienced the other way, like you should just know to do, or it seems like in my mind that it should be an important thing, but I realize that we're not the same, and our priorities are not the same as and they shouldn't be. Therefore, if it's a priority to me,
love, see, you gotta
I'm gonna
look at it
You
like
didn't
this.
have your hand up, Aaron. I have my hand up.
I saw that.
He's the host,
and I purposely bypassed you.
See, my bad.
I purposely bypassed you because you was quiet. Now, look, this is the key, right? This is the key, Love C, right? The thing is, I believe everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt. And if you messing with somebody, they should at least get the benefit of the doubt from you. If I don't like when people say, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You can't prove it. You can't prove you know what you're doing, right? But if you say something, it's been acknowledged. It's in the universe. Now it can't be unheard or unsaid. You said it, so I can hold you. If you don't do something that I know you purposely bypass, in my mind, I'm like, you did that on purpose, right? But I can't prove it, so I gotta let it go. But if I say it, acknowledge it, hold you to it.
That's right. Brittany, go ahead.
When do we allow people to be themselves? If I come with you with all of these, do this, when am I meeting the person? And when am I allowing the person to just be them instead of them changing and then all of us, like, I don't agree with that part. That's it. I want someone to do and be exactly who they are so I can make a correct assessment, because I'm going to be me. I'm not going to make any changes. So if you don't like who I am genuinely, you can make a proper assessment. Just like I would want you to do all of the things that you would naturally and normally do without me saying, well, I expect this and I expect that. No, I want you to be whoever you are. And then I make a assessment from that person. When do we allow that? What happened?
Bolo, is that you?
Absolutely.
Bolo.
What's going on?
Hey, Bolo.
I thought.
How you doing, ladies? Mr. Aaron, Mr. Fantastic. What's going on, baby?
What up, bro?
All is well, family. It's good to hear from you. Let me hold on, give me 1 second. I got somebody else in the back. I got to make sure these people are who they say they are. The podcast, is that you? Aaron! Where do you get all this energy from? What is wrong with these people?
I just came up for 1 second. Say thank you, Aaron. I just want to say, what's up? See, I see Brittany up there. Brittany, what's up? Motherfucking fantastic in this motherfucker with the motherfucker everyday shirt on.
All the language.
And Bolo up here, you know what I'm saying, on the Jesus Save side of the game. I just wanted to say this real quick, Aaron. I just wanted to thank you. I was having a conversation and you came up in it last night, and I just realized it just reminded me of how much I really appreciate what you have meant to the space this entire time and what you have meant to me personally. So I just wanted to come up and salute you on that. And I also want to say the Lakers took Bronny. Shout out to LeBron James. This nigga got to be father of the millennium, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we talk a lot of stuff about LeBron, but he has to be father of the millennium, bro. He said he wanted to play on the same team with his son. He made it happen. So shout out to him. Shout out to black people. I love y'all. Salute. Aaron, I love you, bro. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right, for sure, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So LeBron James gets to play basketball with his son.
We're not going to get through off the conversation because Bolo don't come here to talk sports. I just want, but I'm a LeBron. Look, I'm a LeBron lover. I don't hide that from nobody. His greatness, I don't deny it the way everybody else tried to. He's so much more than basketball, and people will see that someday. But big shout out to podcast. I don't know what happened on the show. I missed it. Somebody send me a timestamp. But Brittany, where you finished? Because I want to get Bolo in here because I have no idea which part.
I finished. Yes.
You in your safe space? All right. Bolo TV, it's on you, brother.
Yeah, so I saw the video that you just played with the young lady.
Yep.
And I think what she was talking about was going towards being in a relationship for a minute, meaning that if I've been in a relationship with the woman long enough, she should know what I need in the aspect of being that, right? So, because again, I think in marriage or in, well, I speak marriage. In marriage, I think that we take being a husband or being a wife as an entitlement when it should be a service, right? A lot of the times people quote that scripture where it says, the man and the woman are to submit to each other, right? They turn it and mean it in a sexual way, and it's not meant in a sexual way. What it's meant is in service to one another. That's what it means. I'm in service to you, meaning covering you, meaning being there for you, meaning nurturing you, meaning all those things that I'm supposed to be as a husband, and vice versa. This is what we're supposed to do for one another. So what she's saying is, in that minute when I need you to be this, I shouldn't have to tell you to be that, because if I'm telling you to be it, then it's not a genuine thing in most situations. Because again, if you know me and I know you and we're in this together, you should know where I start and where you end. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if we're emotionally, mentally, spiritually connected, I should know when something isn't right. I may not know what isn't right, but I should know something is off with Brittany. You dig what I'm saying? So let me just chill for a second, wait for her to decompress, and then ask what's going on. Let me be that soundboard that she can bounce off of, or be that safe place. What she's saying is, you shouldn't have to, well, listen, you want me to be able to hear you, well, then talk. Shouldn't be that. Because when you read 1 Peter 3:1, that's what it talks about. It talks about you being that thing. So if you're in a relationship with someone long enough, and this is something that you two rock with, then you guys should know what each other need and want in the moments of crisis. And I think that's what she's talking towards.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. I don't know what Brittany said. I don't know Brittany with that. She kind of nodding her head.
Here's my fist. Was right on, Bolo, right on.
So I do believe, yeah, I believe words are powerful, and I believe in high character. So when somebody says something like, "Yo, is you gonna take care of that?" and they tell you yes, I hold people to that, because it's like if most people, if I told them something, they don't have a report of saying it didn't get done. They don't have a report like he didn't do what he said he was going to do. So I hold that standard for me, so I can hold somebody else to that. So that's why words are so important to me, to be said instead of it inferred. But there are moments where we just know what we're thinking, but
Let me ask you a question, Aaron. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What if you're in a situation where you personally are so emotional and you ain't got the words to say at this moment? And me being your brother, me knowing your character, me knowing you as a man and knowing how you move, me being your brother, I should be tapped in and be like, yo, Duke, you good. Don't even worry about it. I already know. That's what she's speaking on. You're 100% right. I don't read minds. I've tried it for 4 years. I wasn't good at it, so I don't do it anymore. Right? However, there are gonna be times when we know each other good enough or well enough to know that, yo, something is on Aaron's mind. Let me call my man up personally behind the scene and be like, yo, G, listen, man, I know you ain't got no words right now, so let me just say this to you. Brother, I'm here for you if you need me, such and such. It just may be those words that you need to hear at that moment. Sometimes you may not have the strength to muster it up. And I think that's what she's talking about in those few moments when you may not have those words.
But I was also speaking on because I raised my hand and Bolo jumped ship. Anyway, I'm just messing with Bolo. The other part is the allowing the person to just be. That I think that was what I was speaking on because I am being who I'm already being. Nobody has to pull that out of me. I am it. And I guess it comes with a level of awareness and love and joy and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'll get out of there because there are some words, there are some things and behaviors that can't be articulated. And so I know that we do a lot of talking on YouTube, but there are some things that are just go beyond, hey, what do you need? No, I can feel you because I've been paying attention to you. So it's okay.
I think that there is a space, like, so everything that's being discussed, there's a space for it, right? So there's a space for being, and creating that safe environment. And I think that you have to do that depending on what stage you're in. Like Bolo was saying, sometimes you can see that there's not quite the capacity to express whatever needs to be expressed. And at the same time, there also becomes a place where you have to let people know what you need, because you be yourself. You want somebody who's going to allow you to be yourself. And at the same time, we should be growing together and we should be building together. We should be coming together as one, which means there's going to be a level of compromise. There's going to be a level of me shedding some things. I'm taking some things off. I'm putting some things on. And so there comes a place where you do have to communicate if there's a need. If there's a place, like, you can see sometimes the burden that a person carries, and you can make space for them, but you can't always be responsible to carry their load. So being a safe space doesn't mean that I'm always the one pursuing you because I see you have a problem. Being a safe space means I'm able to address the issue in a way where you don't feel attacked, in a way where you can speak about what it is that's hindering you, and in a way where when you have the capacity to do what needs to be done, then you can talk about it. And the safe space is saying that I'm not putting the rush on you, I'm not putting the pressure on you, but I want you to understand that I see there's a breach, there's a blockage here, and I'll be here. And now you wait for that person to grow. And I think that's the responsibility that we owe to one another in the relationship, to grow past whatever our own stumbling blocks are without making the other person responsible for carrying our load.
Amen, Love C.
I thought she was about to raise your hand.
She's in a very much hand raising mood today.
I don't even know what that means, Aaron. I don't like it. What
I
does
just,
hand
I just be talking.
does that mean I'm gonna punch you? Is that what that means?
I don't think you know how to fight. So I saw somebody that put a post up. It was like, Aaron, just be
Not
talking.
in my
Nobody
genetics.
talking about. I was like, I can't believe these people. I don't even be knowing how many people actually post me. That's crazy to know that I've been posted by people on the internet. But
Aaron,
there's
you a superstar.
Nah, I ain't nowhere near there. There's another thing I want to tackle and I want to get your thoughts behind, right?
Me?
Well, of course you. Do you think if we call out, like, because most men have, I shouldn't say most, men have a problem with the so-called simp, right? The simp, right? With the perception of it, right? And when women tend to say, I like simps, and some say I don't like them, right? But some say they do like them. When men call out other men for being simps, how do women view those men that call them out? Do they look at it like you hating because the woman is benefiting from this particular guy, or you just why you jealous that he wants to provide or take care of, women? Why these such things? Why is that the case? You see what I'm saying? Like, what is the actual interpretation of when a simp is called out by other men? How women view that?
I don't understand it, because my personal belief system is that the whole space, any space that wants to save women, that's simpish behavior in the first place. So any conversation about women changing instead of you learning how to move in a different direction, to me, is simp behavior. So I don't really know.
So
that's when it pertains to this space, which is what you asked me.
That's not what I said, but
I
that's
know. So I have to go to my foundational thought process to allow you to understand that I cannot further have any more thoughts, because my thoughts stop right there.
That's perfectly stated. I'm gonna get no cheeks. Jack says, I want to start a super chat beef with Lauren Mack. She is funny, witty, and she drops dough. Unlike the super governor, I need a rival who won't buckle up. Yo, whoa.
You added a word, but okay.
I did, because you know what? That's something we should study about the psychology. I did add a word. I don't know why he going into Superman like that. I thought they was cool. Jack says, Sharon being a hater. How long y'all going? Let me up.
Come on, Jack. Come on up here. You used to come up here.
Sharon don't be hating on nobody.
Well, hold on. Jack used to come up on the panels when I ran Fight Club.
Jack is my guy.
I know, but he don't come on the panels no more. So come on up,
Jack is on the panel on Sharon's show, and he comes on my show. I don't know if he goes to other people's show. I don't know if that's what he'd be.
Yeah, but not on a panel, right?
He comes on my panels, yeah.
No way, I missed it. But I don't watch a lot, Aaron. So I think that my opinion and my input to your question may be a little bit it's not valid enough because of my lack of paying attention to certain things. And I just lack a lot of awareness to this space. So I am unable to answer that question honestly. It would lack nuance, and I don't have any.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't follow up after your statement. I love C. What are your thoughts?
Brittany.
I'm on mute.
So,
oh Lord.
I don't know. I don't have a good baseline on what a simp is. And so when I hear people call other people simps, it generally isn't what my understanding of what a simp is. I thought simps were like guys who go above and beyond for women, that a woman that doesn't want to be with them or isn't interested in them, but he's hoping that if he continues to give, it'll make her want him. And I don't think I see that in this space. I think like whenever somebody says something that they do that's nice for a woman or something, and they're like, oh, you're a simp, just because they're being nice. So if you can call it being nice, I don't know. But I think when men try to say like, you're a simp, I think it's just a way of saying, oh, I would never do that. And since I wouldn't do it and people might be happy that you're doing it, I'm going to call you a name. It's like at school. To me, it's very grade school, like the person who helps the teacher and you get a sticker and now you're mad because you didn't help the teacher. So you're like, teacher's pet. And you're like, okay. Next time, help the teacher.
But knowing you would have helped the teacher too, if you would have known there was a reward and you would have got a sticker as well. And that's why I said the basis of some of these conversations at all, anytime you're trying to convince a woman that you're a better choice or why she should move a certain way, to me, that's simpish. Let her do whatever she gonna do and let her lose. But trying to get her to win, to me, is simpish.
Well, okay. Do you think simps are necessary? Like, okay, so are you just...
Well, what's the baseline definition first?
No, what Love C said is kind of more aligned I think there's some nuance there where people kind of attribute the simp thing to more than just what she said, but it's pretty much what she said. I'm trying to think of another way people would identify simping. Dang, that's crazy to say that now that I think about it. Dang, that's crazy. That's crazy that might be interpreted as simping, as you not telling the woman the harsh truth, talking around it, dancing around it. Oh, like telling women that they don't do no wrong when you know they do wrong. You know, like some people might perceive that, but also they might consider that not simping. They might consider that what's the other word that they
holding
use?
her accountable.
No, you can't hold them.
Diplomatic.
No, what's the word? Pandering, right? They might consider that level of pandering.
Oh yeah. Oh, so are panderers simps?
You know, that's a really good question. I would say they cross. What's the right word when they you had the diaphragm and they
The Venn diagram. They intersect.
Yeah, they intersect. Yeah, there's an intersection at some point. Yeah. You know, see, I just put that visual.
So like a simp is always a panderer, but a panderer, it doesn't necessarily make you a simp.
Sadly, they're like, yeah, I like how you stated it. It's somewhere in there,
Like
and
the rectangle square kind of thing. All right.
yes,
Okay.
I think that truth tellers often are upset with people who decide to
I was
omit
in the chat.
the
Sorry,
truth.
y'all know when I bust
Oh,
out
I
laughing, I'm
was.
reading the chat.
Sorry, Aaron. We apologize. Us ladies are being bad behavior females right now, talking while you're talking.
No,
that is crazy.
Nah, that's stuff.
You can just
I don't
cut us off.
apologize.
If not, you're simping.
So here's the thing, right? I don't know. Have I ever been accused of being a simp? That's I don't think I've ever been accused of that.
No, you've been accused of caping for people though on Fight Club. They like Aaron be caping for them.
Not Aaron be caping for people.
I don't
But
know.
never a simp. I've never heard you
ever
called a
accused of
simp.
caping for me? You ain't never cape for me. You don't have to.
I don't know. I'm pretty ruthless. I don't really,
especially when you have the orange hoodie.
Yeah, that's a different. We can't talk about the orange hoodie. It's not orange hoodie day. Okay, do no harm. Jack says I only hate that women think they can't be trash. You know what? To a lot of degree, I actually think that is true.
Well, but you can't be trash if there's always someone pandering. So you'll never be trash at all.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
According to that. Somebody else might think you trash, but then somebody else may not. So you'll never be trash. It's all about somebody else's perception or perspective. So I may be that to you. I'm not over there.
Look, wait, hold on.
Over there.
Why? What is up with this girl? This girl says, I heard Aaron is a demon in the back chat. That's not true. I'm literally the same way. It's not true. That's just sometimes if you speak to people, that's how they talk. So they're like, yeah, he a demon. No. Trust me, it's not me. I know you wish it was, but it ain't me. I'm not the guy. Okay. Let me see. Let me get back to Jack. Jack says HQ is the most contradictory woman on YouTube. She blows my mind.
Good Lord.
The most contradictory. I can't give you that, Jack. Jack says, I only hate women that think they trash. Okay, fair enough. And he also says, don't say women pander. Brownsville will show up. Dang.
Well, Sharon did show up as soon as he sent the super chat about Sharon. So,
yeah, well, you know, leave Sharon. He said Sharon is what he said. Sharon is hating. Do no harm. Jack says Aaron don't care. Y'all remember Kai burned? What did I do to Kai?
Well, nothing. But you know what's funny? The algorithm must be working in everybody's favor, or the energy, or whatever is happening. Because I just seen Kai's interaction with Anton pop up on my algorithm on Baller X. So I think that's funny that he just mentioned her. Or maybe I just need to get away from here and go back to the away sphere because that was scary and I don't like coincidences.
Oh, yeah, I remember that night.
Jack, you been on my phone?
Ain't me.
I said Jack.
Okay, cool. All right, because Jack Mike could do that. Jack says Aaron be dropping these heox like there's no tomorrow.
Not heox.
How else you pronounce that word?
Naya.
That. oh man, Lovesy, don't you be embarrassed for her. Don't you be embarrassed for her. Don't you do it, okay? This is why, right? I was trying to listen to this. I actually have not heard this guy, right? It's just the blanketed statement of what was said always just bothers me, right? Let's get into it.
You can't want a 50-50 chick and still want to be the man of the house. You can't expect your woman to go clock in and listen to another man for 8 to 10 hours and then come home and listen to you. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. So if you want to be the man and you want to be submissive and you want her to be to clean up the house and give you whenever you want, you got to show her that you the man. You got to let her live in her femininity. You can't be like, okay, go out there in the world and be a masculine, because you have to be masculine to survive the world, and then come home and be feminine to me. It ain't gonna work like that. You can't want.
Yeah, see, guys like him don't like. Guys like him don't like, right? And you could say what he said, it ain't necessarily even wrong, right? It ain't necessarily even wrong. Let me tell you why. Well, Bowler, you want to go first?
Yeah, he is wrong.
Oh, go ahead then.
It's guys like this that really blows my mind at times, because, being feminine is something that innately they are. You know what I'm saying? Because again, what blows my mind is how women that think, that think that they should be pampered like a child. Nowhere in the scriptures did a woman stay home barefoot and pregnant. They worked. The Proverbs woman, the virtuous woman, she worked. So I don't know where women get that they should be home and taking care of like their children. You're not children, you're a helpmate. Helpmate don't just mean you take care of the home. If my wife is not good at folding clothes, guess who's going to fold the clothes? It's going to be me. See, this is where people start getting things caught up. My position at home is not predicated on just me financially being there. That's a portion of it. But it goes also into my spiritual portion of it, my mental portion, my emotional portion. Okay, I don't just provide monetarily. I provide a safe space. I provide sensitivity, all these other things that we are supposed to bring. So when this dude is talking about she has to be masculine to get into the world, no, she don't. A lot of these women, when they get these high figured men, they're not masculine at all. At all. They go in there with their femininity. That's how they do it. See, what these guys are not understanding is a traditional woman she can have 8 PhDs. At the end of the day, the mindset, it's a mindset. A traditional woman knows how to acclimate herself to any environment, know what she needs to get to bring it home, so that to the family. We're in this together. So for him to say a man to be the man needs to have her home so that she could be in her femininity, he's out of his damn mind. Where the hell do you get this from? At all. A man that keeps his woman home in that mind frame that he's in is a man that has a complex on himself. Because my woman can go anywhere. I know who she's coming back home to. My wife can go anywhere. Okay? These are the dudes that are inadequate. They think inadequately of themselves. So they don't want nobody around the woman. So that's why they keep them home. Men that think like this type of dude right here. Because at the end of the day, there are going to be times when I can't give 80. This is where your woman pick up that slack. She's supposed to be a helpmate, man. That's what she is. She's supposed to help me, not stay home barefoot and pregnant. Now, if you can do that, more than welcome. Do your thing, whatever rocks for your relationship. But for him to throw that spirit, that vibration out, as if you can't have a woman that works and still hold your position as men, as the husband, and she's the wife, is totally asinine. Totally asinine. And guys like this have been traumatized and they've never gotten the help. They've healed wrong. Bones heal wrong. So what they're learning to do is function in their dysfunction.
Yeah, see, my issue with this thing that these guys do, and this is my biggest issue with it, right? Is that they speak to the men, right? This is the biggest problem, right? People know how money works, that have some money or made some money. They have some level of understanding, right? He's making it seem like he just the boss. Oh God, I pay all the bills, I get this money, I provide this, and that's totally acceptable. The problem is most men know that that cannot happen for the majority. Most men know that this is not even optional for the vast majority of women. Yet they go out there and preach to women as if this is what they should be looking for or what they're going to get. And my thing is, they are never the guys to give it to those women. They already take it. They always, I got my girl. I'm sorry. Sorry, ladies. I know I'm making y'all feel good by saying the things that y'all actually desire or want. Watch me. Yeah, I pay all the bills. My girl go on vacation when she won't. I don't be tripping like that. We got a nanny for to come through every other, once a month or something to give her whatever. Start saying all these things, right? We got a cleaner that comes in once. And ladies like, yeah, that's what a real man's supposed to do. And he go, yeah, I'm married and stuff. So ladies, good luck. Good luck finding those men that don't exist enough to give it to what women can acquire. And they're aware that it's never going to happen. Ain't nothing worse than men knowing, y'all ladies, this never going to happen. If only a certain percentage of guys can make this money because of how society works in a general sense, giving them that hope and not being the guy. If they said, look, ladies, I'm going to give it to you, I ain't going to just talk about it, I have a higher level of respect for these guys. They are often never the guys that be like, I got you, I'm going to do it. But they get the woman's hopes and desires up to like get a guy like me. You know what I'm saying? And that part
I totally agree with you. I just wanted to respond to something that Miss Beth said in the chat. She said that he was talking towards a modern woman. That's the problem, right? The problem is he knows that a modern woman, the modern woman's mind frame is her career, getting to where she needs to be financially to make sure she's good. And I want you to hear the words precisely, to make sure she's good. She wants to get to that career, get to her goals before she pivots and starts to try to be that traditional woman. So she's a modern woman. So that's the purpose of keeping her out of the workforce. That's the purpose of keeping her locked down, right? Because he knows her thought process. And that's the problem. These guys, Aaron, let me tell you something, man. Sometimes I sit back and I watch these dudes complain about the woman they don't want, opposed to talking about the woman that they do want. They spend more time on talking about the women that they don't want to be with, opposed to the woman that they want to. They'll spend 5 minutes.
Facts, Bolo.
They'll spend 5 minutes on the woman that they want and spend 20 hours on the woman that they don't want, and don't understand that your mind, whatever you talk about and whatever you focus on, that will be your aim. This is what they don't understand. How you feel affects how you see. I don't care how you bounce it around. Your brain will always affirm how you feel. That's how it works. So when you're talking about that modern woman, understand the thought process between a modern woman and a traditional woman. The same way a modern man and a traditional man. Understand the difference so that when you go into this arena or dating arena, you know exactly what you want. A lot of these dudes don't know what they want. They get into the NBA and then try to figure out how to be an NBA player when it doesn't work that way. You understand what I'm saying? So when you know what you want, you know what your direction is, you have your integrity, your character, you know what your worth is, then you can demand your value and your standard.
I think the name is MS Best. That's not a woman. That is a man, just for the record, guys. Okay.
My bad.
No, it's okay. I just know a lot of people do get that confused. So that's why I want so you'll be able to match up the verbiage with the actual podcast so it makes sense. But Yeah, I understand, Bolo. It's just when I'm listening to this particular person, right? The reason that the part that makes it insufferable is because they have no true belief that this will happen for women. They have no true belief that it will happen for women, right? But they tell women, go ahead, this is what you should be looking for. They don't provide the men that do this, right? They never say, hey, love, see, I know I've been up here preaching on this podcast. I got 70,000 men outside to the women that I'm speaking to, my audience, so that they exist. Ta-da! They never do that. They never, ever do that. And they give this false matter of hope to women, and they don't believe this is actually something that they can acquire. That's why it's distasteful.
Big facts. And the only reason why they do that, Aaron, is because they know women aren't going to come the way that they're asking them to come anyway. So they're not prepared to actually be what they're saying they are for the woman when they actually find the woman that they're saying that they want. So let's say they do find her. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh snap, I wasn't expecting you to be real because I'm not real. But
so the reason like that permeates through my mind when I hear these people, and I just like, man, they just not good. They not good people. And it's not because what they're saying is not the truth of what women desire and be wanted, right? It's that they go and speak to the men like these men need to be like, the men need to step, like as if what they said is going to change men's expectations. That's the part. Like they was like, y'all men need to understand that if you ain't paying all the bills, she not gonna be feminine. And then the guy's gonna be like, all right, deal, we accept. Like they know that's not gonna happen, but they believe that it's about speaking to the men, but it's also about giving women choice. The truth of the matter is this: women are never gonna just leave men alone that don't provide those things. They're never going to just leave the men alone. Oh, you can't pay for everything? No deal. They are never going to leave those men alone. This is why it's problematic. They are never going to do it. And these men know they can't hold those women accountable to that. They know they can't. Look here, I'm telling you, have options, but just leave. Don't sleep with no men at all. Don't sleep with none of them. Don't even deal with them unless that's the guy, since that's what y'all want. You know what's going to happen? The women are not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And that's the problem that I have with these particular guys, because they want to make it seem like it's a man problem. Y'all need to go out and make this money and do this. They can't make the money. We all know that's not how the money is going to be made and works. And even if you could make the money, you're going to spend it a certain way. That's how the money is flowing. So we all understand that balance in society of women getting those type of experiences are over with. At least to speak enough at a high enough clip, it's over with. We all know that. The problem is the women are not going to be, they're not going to stand on their square low enough to go, I ain't messing with no guys at all. When the last time you ran into 60,000 women that said, sorry, I ain't talked to a guy in 10 years because they ain't making the money that I require. They ain't paying all the bills that I require. So we don't deal. They never do it. So there is no solving this problem because women are going to always deal with men that have no money, have money, make excuses. They're going to want a man. They're going to want to deal with them, whatever they got to deal with it. So these guys are just messed up. These guys are just messed up. And I don't know this guy from a can of paint. Somebody said, I've quoted him before. I should have known it was. I don't know who this guy is. I'm not sure who he is. That's the part that always frustrates me with these conversations, is the guys like this can get away with that nonsense. And there's nothing you can do to stop him. There's absolutely nothing you can do to stop him. And he's going to continue to get away with it. And I'm not necessarily too mad about it. It's just, it gives the wrong message to women. It really, really does. And it's never going to solve it. What do you think, Brittany? Yeah, I know.
Hello? I wasn't here. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Do you understand why I have a strong dislike for people that go out and project this message?
What message, Aaron?
Oh, I just want to, I'm curious to, well, before we even dive into, is working a masculine thing, out of curiosity?
Now, come on, Aaron. Aaron, You're talking to the union worker. Is working masculine? No, it's an American thing.
Because this guy said if she got to go to work and have a job, you might as well go ahead and expect her to want to fight like you. Put him up.
So I got a question. I might have to give me a minute. Let me
get your thoughts together, because this not the organicity of
get the word right, Aaron. Jesus Christ, it's the
organic.
Right.
I had a long day. I ain't even ate yet. Okay, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I forgot you in California, so it's only like 3 o'clock over there. So whatever.
Anyway, it's dark. It's dark outside.
Can I play through a scenario with you? Can we hypotheticalize for a little bit?
Is it gonna get me and you in trouble?
No. You know I'm 10 steps ahead. I've already finished this thought process. I just want to play with it with you.
Go ahead.
So you're a father. If you're a father and you have a daughter, what are you raising your daughter to do?
Oh man, I just talked to a guy that has a daughter too.
Yeah, but I'm talking to Aaron. If Aaron is a father and you have a daughter, what are you raising her to do?
Well, I that question is like so open-ended. What am I raising her to do? Okay, so I'm gonna just take. I'm raising her to have respect. I'm raising her to have a level of accountability. Try to get her to have a level of understanding of the world and people, behaviors. Let her know that at the end of the day, if it ain't me or your mom, you're gonna be responsible for your life. And don't just think some random guy gonna pop up, because you may not be able to get this guy, that guy, and so at some point you're going to have to be financially responsible for your life. That don't make you masculine, make you an adult. And so all of those things come to mind. I don't know if specifically if we were trying to align me to a structure.
No. I was just asking you a question only because people who have the ideology that women don't do, like what Bolo said, there's no way in the world work. What does that even mean? We all work. We're all living in America. So I try to draw back their thought process on if I'm your wife and I'm working, but you don't think I should. Well, how did you meet me? And what were my parents supposed to teach me? And I try to get them to go backwards to, okay, well, if that's the case, and if you think that this is the outcome or these are the results of what working means, what did you want my parents, or what do you want future parents to do with their daughters so that they can be this woman that you claim is supposed to sit there and not do anything and be in her femininity? What would those parents be instilling into their daughter? Or do those parents just sit at home, they have a daughter and they sit her on the couch and say, no, baby, you don't do anything. We're waiting for a man for you. And when she turned 16, she said, no, guys, I don't have to worry about getting a driver's license. My mom and dad said that my husband is going to drive me around everywhere I need to go. I don't even need to learn to drive. What is driving? I don't know. 16-year-olds are going to work, playing football games and going to the basketball games and having fun. And she said, nope, I don't need to work because my mom and dad said that my husband is going to be right at the door as soon as I turn 18, because I know how people get, because I can go a little bit farther. But as soon as I turn 18, he's going to be right there. And everything I need, he's going to be right there. The only thing I need to do is exist. Other than that, I haven't taught my daughter nothing, because what they're claiming I should be by the time they meet me, they're either the ones that's instilling or doing everything for me. And that's weird to me. Because you will also be upset if your woman is not aware. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't have any wherewithal. She's not observant. She doesn't know how to be able to look at things from different perspectives. She's not able to think 10 steps ahead. She's probably not even able to protect herself. What were the parents supposed to do for a woman like that he claims is just supposed to be at home? So I just try to dial I'll take them for whatever they think, but I want to say dial it back. What if that is what you think I should be doing, or whatever his ideal woman is? What did the parents teach her to get like that? And what would you think needs to be taught to her to get her to be whatever it is you think you're supposed to do? Because if that's the case, she's just sitting there waiting. Which is cool, if that's what you believe. That's all I'm saying. I want to dial it backwards.
I struggle with this because originally I was thinking, like, if I have kids, I would want a daughter, right? Because I was like, yeah, because look, the girls are much likely to stay out of trouble compared to a guy, like in a general sense, right? As far as the type of trouble that I think that could be the most detrimental to you, right? And I'm like, I can most likely have her, build a certain mindset, most likely because women gonna go to college because it's easier for them to be less distracted by men than men to be distracted by women.
When you guys do that, you're already pedestalizing females. Even saying that they have the ability to sit still, they have the ability to be more disciplined. If that is your argument, why would she need you at all if she's already exuding behavior that you can't even comprehend at an age that she can? How would it be that kid? My bad, Aaron. I apologize. I'm doing a thing where I'm moving and talking a lot. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. How is it that women are supposed to be these things, and then men just be like, you even said it. Men or boys would get into more trouble. That's why you want a girl. Well, what is your ideology about girls? Or what is your ideology about humans? These are children. Nothing about nothing is just, okay, let me get out of here. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, well, here's the problem. What Aaron said, because the way he spoke, I thought he had children. So kudos to you on that.
That's how we hypothesize over here, Bolo.
Right. I have 2 daughters and 2 sons. Okay, so my daughters are raised to be self-sufficient and add to their husband. Right. That's how they're raised. Right, with all the nuances that Aaron said without me being redundant. The problem is, the young men are not taught. These young kids are not taught self-esteem. They're not given that. They're not given the example of what a man is. And, you just can't tell someone to just go be a man. A woman can't teach a young boy how to be a man. It doesn't work that way. To see a man, it's an environment. It's painstakingly patience, watching him work, seeing how he deals with anger, seeing how he deals with an argument, seeing how he has to get up and do what he has to do. There is no choice. He doesn't complain about it. He just gets up and do it. Seeing how he decompresses, seeing how he handles pressure. These are things that they have to see repetitively to learn. And then as they get older, call it to remembrance, match what's inside their mind with what's in their environment. And that's how it works. So when a man knows, this is why I tell these young cats that I counsel, dude, you got to slow it down. Women ain't going nowhere. They're not going no place. Once you learn what your goal is, what your trajectory is, then you go into the candy store with 5 cents and go in there to buy the candy that you want, that you need. You're not going in there looking at everything and then grabbing the thing that you don't want and then cry later that she took me for child support when you're the one that picked the wrong one, without going in there with your mindset. When we don't give these kids, these young men, tools and the wherewithal to navigate through this world, when they want everything, that's a disservice. Because anyone that wants anything don't know what they want, period. That's why they want anything. People that have a trajectory and people that know their worth, they know what they want. They don't want everything. They want something precise, be it man or woman. They're searching for something specific and they're patient. So if, Aaron, if you have $100,000 diamond that you did the work, the homework on, you went and got it certified and all of that. If I offer you $30,000, are you going to take it?
Nah, not unless $30,000 up front, and then you got some money on the back end.
No doubt. So in other words, you're going to be patient enough to wait for that right person to get that $100,000 for. That's the point. The point is, as men and women at times, we're selling ourselves short by not being patient and waiting for that right offer.
Yeah, so Brittany, to your point, these were just some of the thoughts that I had. I was like, man, it might be easier just dealing with a daughter. And I just played that with me. Then I talked to a lot of as usual. What do they call girl dads? Is that what they call them? And then I think about worst case scenarios because that's what people do. And I go, dang, worst case scenario, right? If because there's a difference between a broke man and a broke woman, right? Worst case scenario, right? A man just gonna possibly just have to be homeless. I'm just gonna be sleeping on these streets, player. But if a woman has to go to worst case scenario, she ain't gonna be trying to sleep on these streets.
She's gonna.
You remember what? Have you seen Chris Rock stand up? When you know if you got a daughter, you fail.
She don't want to let me hypothesize nothing right now. Go ahead.
Hypotheticalize. See, what you did was you said with a boy, worst case scenario is he's going to have to be homeless. You said with a female though, a daughter, worst whatever you said. Sorry, you said she's not gonna wanna. You changed the scenario for the girl. Worst case scenario for a boy and a girl is that they can be homeless. If that's a worst case scenario, is for both genders.
Yeah,
the fact that you changed it to a female not wanting to be homeless and then a son being homeless, that's two different things. Worst case scenario, Aaron, if I lose my job, you lose your job, we can both be homeless. It doesn't change because I'm a female. If I don't have a job, I don't have a job. Listen to what I'm saying. Am I going to be homeless? It's different.
No, I'm trying to build this while I'm so the reason why it sounded that
because you're trying to switch the words up.
Because I'm trying to avoid saying certain things. So, right. I think that men are
laughing.
Yeah, she can't help it. So I think that men just be like, look here, hey, do whatever I say for money. And some guys gonna be like, I'ma just be on these streets. Because they're just gonna deal with it. I'm going to these streets. Now I'm worried that when it comes to the doctor, she not gonna accept the streets. She gonna go like, I ain't doing that. So because a broke man and a broke woman are not the same.
Are you saying that a female is willing to do something that you would think would be unethical in order to not just take a L? Whew. All right, Aaron. Cool. I'm with you because I take L, so I don't know. That's why you see where I went. If I lose my job, you lose my job. I'm in the Cadillac. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have to do anything else but go get another job.
Yeah, so that's why I said running through this time, I'm like, dang, who is more likely to compromise their morals if their back is against the wall? And I can't help them because I'm not here and they mom not here, whatever the case is, and they have to stand on their own merit.
That's Sanicia saying that homelessness for men and women are different. That's not what Aaron is trying to point out. Aaron is trying to say that men will accept homelessness, women will not, and what women will do to not accept homelessness is different than just the fact that it may be different for me and him as male and female. He's saying that in order to not be homeless, I might do something else that if I weren't homeless, I probably wouldn't have did. I don't agree with that. However, I can see where he's going. I'll let him hypotheticalize with that. I'm cool with that. I don't believe it, but then again, you don't have a vagina. I don't have a penis. I don't know.
Okay, let me just try this.
That's where you're going. That's where you're going. That's where you're going. That's why you didn't want to go there. I had to take you there because I didn't know where.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Until I realized.
Let me ask you this. Since you want to do all this tonight, let me ask you this. Aaron. Were there ever any women in these YouTube streets saying, my grandmother had to stay with my grandfather? She couldn't afford to leave.
There were.
Yes. However, thankfully, my grandparents didn't have that problem, but they chose to be together because they went through marriage a different way. So the structure of have to be. They just didn't believe in divorce, but nobody had to do anything. Happen to be both of them work for the government. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know these things. These things I don't. See, I'll accept Brittany B in all her homelessness. The problem is, Jack, I'll never be homeless.
Whoa, okay. You take a break. Take a break. Do no harm, Jack says. You're not safe. Even the away of spear. What does it say? YouTube sees all? I don't know if that means YouTube because they be writing YT a lot. Okay. Do no harm. Jack says, I would drop Brittany B for not making me a house husband, but I don't hit bounties. I'm just so proud Brittany was able to leave this black hole and live her life and get some loving. I'm out until later. Might be a minute.
Read that part. Get some loving. Jesus Christ. You see everybody. How about I'm just
I think Jack has a Sims game and he just put people in the game and Brittany B.
I love Jack, so it's okay. I told Jack hit the Cash App, but he just want to keep sending super chats. So whatever.
I don't think Jack knows that. He don't have no cash. He's probably like one of those analysts that don't believe in it. Okay,
he just probably got a credit card that's connected to YouTube, and he just spend money. You know how incels do.
I don't think it's one credit card. I don't think it's one credit card. Do no harm. Jack says Bolo wrong. Anyone better or smarter paying them bills? You're gonna pay them bills, okay? Do no harm. Jack says, I'm broke. Brittany B, you got the bill? Right.
The bill gonna be paid anyway. How do I keep leaving during those type of conversations? Those are the ones I want to be a part of, Aaron, because I don't understand the whole ideology between paying all the bills or somebody. I don't know that part of life. I don't. Right now, I pay my bills. If somebody if I got in a relationship, how can I then say you need to pay my bill? They're already paid. So logically, I can't say you need to do anything because it's already done. I don't even have the lack of capability. The only way I would say that somebody needs to do something if I lack the ability. And if I lack the ability, how can I make you do anything? That means I can't even do it. How am I making you do something I can't even do? And it's my bills.
It's not always lacking the ability. Also, it could be lacking the integrity. Also, you can have some women that have the ability to pay their own bills, but just want someone else to pay theirs.
Ugh. What? I don't know what that
Exactly.
means.
But I'm just saying you don't know what it means, but it exists. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it means, just like
Bolo, I'm blessed that I don't know what that means. To make somebody do something that is not logical. I cannot say you need to do something that I'm not capable of doing, because if I need it done, that means I had to do it before I asked you to do it.
But it's not. I don't think it's not a point of you're not capable of doing it. Anyone can go out there and do what they need to do to survive. The point of the matter is, do they want to do it? That's where the integrity and the character comes in.
But
there's a lot of dudes. There's a lot of. I understand. What I'm saying to you is, a lot of these women, right? And this doesn't apply to all men of high value. A lot of these women seek high value men, not knowing that a lot of them, just because they're high value men, don't make them men of high value. You dig what I'm saying? They don't get that. So a lot of these women, they have to survive until they find that cash cow, right?
Yeah.
It's not that they can't do it. They don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way when you have these men on the other side. Submission when a woman submits, it's a choice. The only one that demands obedience is God. Submission is a choice. And a lot of these men don't do the work on themselves to give the women something to submit to. They just want them to bow down. So it's the same thing on the other hand, right? You got to do the work on you so that when she sees who you are, it's not a problem for her to trust you and submit and give herself to you. But if you ain't doing the goddamn work on yourself and expect her to do that, this is where you're going to get the fight, because you're not giving her anything to submit to. And when you flip it, it's the same way with the women. Not that they can't survive, not that they can't work. The issue is they're looking for someone so that they don't have to work.
Yuck. And Bolo, here's the thing. I just wanted to jump in when you said that. Even God, when you choose to submit to him, he requires obedience. You still have the choice to not go that way as well.
No, but see, you have to understand something.
Well,
there's a consequence if you don't.
I know, but you are accepting
but
when you don't go
No. A lot of people don't accept the consequence. A lot of people will tell you, but I understand that. That's them being delusional. A lot of people tell you, my God, I ain't going to hell. I'm doing what, that's what a lot of people will say.
Yeah,
but
that's why I wanted to touch on the submission part, because once you agree that this is the way I'm going, there's requirements after that. Before that, you have to make the choice to go that way. Just like
let me say this to you.
Okay.
Any man that has Christ-like leadership don't have to tell no woman about submission. She's going to automatically tap in.
Big facts. I understand
Period.
that.
There's no argument that I have to have with you. There's no meeting that I need to have. I don't need to walk into the room with my badge out and tell you that I'm the king.
Yeah.
Because you see, because these men, what they don't understand is that, you know, I was on Sharon's show. This is so crazy, Aaron. I was on Sharon's show, and you know, the men that come up there, they beef a lot, right? They say Sharon placates to women and all that stuff. And I can see where they're coming from in certain conversations. So they're trying to delegate the same accountability to women in marriage, right? And you can't do that. It doesn't work there. You can delegate accountability and responsibility fairly to women. Let me explain why I say that. Because as the head, as the leader, more responsibility and accountability automatically falls on you. Period. Automatically. So you can't disperse it equally, but you can disperse it fairly. Now, in the same conversation, this was the day when the kid that plays Tariq, when that woman grabbed his private parts.
Yeah.
Here it is now. You can hold women accountable equally because the eyes of the law are supposed to be blind. Doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Here it is. You can hold her accountable equally. Do you know no man, every man was saying that ain't right. She shouldn't go to jail. I said, if that was a man that did that to a woman, they would throw him under the jail. Under the jail. The dude came up and said, nah, Bolo, you know what I'm saying? Said, you know what I told him? I said, I don't want to hear none of you dudes ever complain again about women not being held accountable. Because when it's time for you to hold them accountable, all of you dudes fall victim to your own nonsense. So they're even hypocrites in their conversations, which they don't understand. When you're the head, when you're the leader of a basketball team and you lose, who gets the blame for that, Aaron?
The coach always gets the blame.
He always gets the blame. Now, of course, it's going to fall. You know, the coach is going to pick out the dudes that messed up. But the first person that gets the blame is the coach. So if you're going to be king, czar, all these different names that they want to call themselves, presidents, dictators, whatever, understand that wearing that hat comes with more accountability and responsibility than your wife does.
Yeah, that's a lot because I don't know if men want to be kings. I don't know like that the phrase is in actuality of how society works. I think in general honesty, from what I hear from women, I think that it's a level of deception in the sense of they want a leader. I think they want to co-lead. I think that this whole they don't want to necessarily be held responsible for when things go bad. They want to say, yeah, I was a part of it. I played my part, but at the end, step up and say, no, baby, it's all me. I'm the man. And they go, yeah, technically, yeah. I think ultimately that's what they want done. But they also want to be able to say, look, I had a life before we met. I don't care what no woman say. If she's single at 18, 19, she got a job, she had a life before she met that man. And she was leading herself, making her own decisions. And when you come into her life, she been told, look, we ain't going to war no more. I pay bills like you pay bills. We gonna co-lead this life. So I'm leading, you leading. And so if my opinion matter, your opinion matter. And that's how they want to do it. There's not necessarily a direct formula that we can actually point to because we never necessarily seen it work that way. And I think that's what they ultimately want. Go ahead, Brittany B.
The problem is, how do you say you never seen it work that way where people co-lead? It's called making it's called making a plan. I'm a part of the plan just like you are. So if me and you have a conversation and we're planning things out, I'm a part of the origin. I'm a part of the foundational thought process of that plan. So I don't see how people don't understand how that is just, I can see if people doing all this stuff, but to me, it's just common sense. I was whoever I was before I met whoever I met. They probably picked me because of those characteristics alone. I've already showcased myself to be aware, capable, self-sustaining, and all of these other things. That might be a reason why they picked you. If that's not, I get it. But wouldn't you want to pick someone who is actually self-sufficient? Someone you don't have to you don't have to re-raise because they're already capable of moving and being aware already. So then when you come together, yes, I want your input. You got your input. That thought process here, we're building a plan. That is a partnership, for lack of a better word. I know this space don't like the word partnership, but the problem is if me and you come together with a plan, I'm a part of the plan. It's nothing I can't do.
Being a part of the plan don't mean that when we talk about partnership, we have to understand that there has to be a head, right? There has to be a head. You can't have two generals that are on the same level. Even in generals, there's different stars and shields and all that, right? So again, I agree with what both you and Aaron are saying. Of course, if you're bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, absolutely, you're supposed to, I'm supposed to confer with you. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You may know something about taxes that I may not know. Why not confer with you? Why not say, listen, if you're better at doing this, I'm gonna let you handle it because I don't know how to do it. That doesn't make me less of a man. That doesn't make me a punk. That doesn't make me weak. Even kings, and I hate doing it, even they had counselors. These were guys that were better strategists than them, that were better at, finances than them. She may be better at finances. She may be better at fixing cars. She may be better at this thought process better than you. Why would it hurt to get to get your wife's input? It doesn't hurt. But again, it goes into the inferiority complex that a lot of these dudes have. Because if you were able to do all these things before I met you, and then when I do bring you in,
I want you to
and
stop.
we do get married, okay.
No. I was no, Bolo. I'm saying I'm going along with your conversation. I'm saying like when I meet you now, all of a sudden I want you to stop doing everything you were doing before I met you.
Right. That's where I was gonna go. That goes into the inferiority complex because they don't want you to think that you can do it without them. When I should be looking at, I love the qualities that you have. I want to incorporate that into this plan that I'm devising, and I need you to be a part of that. And what you have is going to help me, help us get to where we need to be. Cats ain't thinking that way. And that's the issue. They're not thinking that way. They want it to be, it was me that did this, opposed to it was us. Even the scripture says that if you don't treat your wife with wisdom and understanding, your prayers are blocked. It's a joint effort. You are joint heirs together.
So then what type of wife is that, Bolo? What type of female would that be if they're saying, I don't want her to do any of the things that make her capable of being a wife, but I just like I want her to be the things that make how does that
you need to pick a man better. If your man is trying to stifle you in anything and everything that makes you who you are, right? Any man that I know that deals righteously will take whatever attributes you have and nourish it and flourish it because it only helps the family. They're not afraid of it. It only helps the family.
That doesn't help the family because you know the end goal. So
Say it again?
I wouldn't do anything or give any information that doesn't help the family because I know the end goal.
Right, but see, then you're going into a man that has an issue with an inferiority complex. Now you have a man that has an issue with himself. It's not about you. You have to understand it has nothing to do with you. It's more than
I understand, Bolo.
Right, it's them. But see, a lot of the times, us, us as men, we do it when it comes to women, right? We see certain traits that we know is a problem. But again, like I said to Aaron, we still sell that diamond for $30,000. We settle. Same thing with women. You women see that dude and you know that this dude has issues. You've seen his anger. You've seen that he's controlling. You've seen all of this. But he got a cute nose. You like the way he, his button nose or the way he talked or whatever. and you skip all those things and you go into an emotion. We both do it. Both genders do it, just in different ways, right? And we get caught up in it. You know what I'm saying? So again, you have to see these things. These red flags you have to see. And I understand that he may be the most gorgeous dude you might have seen, you're attracted to. Listen, at the end of the day, it's not the 10s that are getting married. It's not the 10s. It's the 6s and the 7s that are getting married. Check the statistics. It's not the 10s. It's the 6s and the 7s, maybe 8s too. You have to understand that. Why? Because they're more grounded. They're more grounded. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the game doesn't change. It's just the players. They may be little nuances because back in the days when I was growing up, my reach went around the block, right? Now our reach goes to Bangladesh because of this damn internet. So we know that I can't get that chick. But because I'm on the internet and I can be whoever I want to be, I fake the funk and then blame her. It's easy to blame somebody else, man, because when you realize, Tommy says this all the time, when you realize that you're the problem, you then have to become the solution. And a lot of people, Aaron, don't want to do the work. They just don't. So like what you were saying towards, with the women, what you were saying, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. So we have to start to be patient. We need to start being better examples. Me as an older man, we have to start being examples and reaching back to these young men. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we've done a lot to leave them and fail them. So we have to go back and give them better examples. And the older women need to be better examples for these younger women.
Bolo, what does older mean? Since I'm almost 50,
Older, our age, because I'm 51. Our age. Because remember, we're seeing grandmothers I seen a grandmother who was like 38. Remember, every generation is getting
38. That's why.
You know what I'm saying? They're getting younger and getting younger. And the crazy thing about it, the reason why I said to you guys that you don't become an NBA player when you join the NBA is you need to have these. When the scripture says a man that finds a wife, it's a good thing. He had to be a husband to find a wife. He had to have those pillars. He had to have those foundational things to look for out there in a wife. And she was a wife before he actually wifed her. Why? Because he's seen. How did he see? Him as a husband, he knew what he needed. And when he saw that woman, she was what he needed. Our problem is we need what we want instead of wanting what we need. That's our problem.
I know, Brittany. I know I got to read the rest of the super chat. You're right. Do no harm. Jack says, I accept Brittany B and all her homelessness. She says she never gonna be homeless. I ain't never heard nobody say.
And you know what? You caught me. The point I was making is that I'm always going to make sure that I'm not homeless by doing the things that prevented me from being homeless in the first place.
So you saying? So what you saying is?
I know, and I
so no. What you saying is?
Aaron,
What you saying is? The people that's homeless is their fault. I got you. That's
yeah. I am saying that.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I'm saying that, but I thought I was falling into your trap of women will do whatever it takes to not be homeless. My thing is, I'll take being homeless, but the problem is I'm going to make sure I'm not homeless because I was homeless before. So I'm not going to do that no more. I know what it takes to not be homeless ethically, not unethically. And I don't even know what that means because nine times out of 10, building a truck that, somebody that messed up on the line and then they got to go to repair, to me, that's unethical, to be honest, whatever. But, I, in the first place, you know what? I've been trying to get off of this job for a long time. I'm going to say this. I am the first person to touch every truck that is built. It gets my love, my blessing, and my energy. So shout out to GM because every truck is built and touched by me first. At least 450 of them, okay? Because only first shift, but whatever.
And the super chat goes to Do No Harm. Jack says, odd, I'm ahead out. Feels weird being the only super chatter gone. Then Jack comes back and says, actually, I have multiple debit cards, jerks. Well, you should probably use a credit card. Jack says, don't trust no credit cards or the Cash Apps or Tinder.
How can you, Jack, just, you know what? Send Aaron another super chat and then Aaron will send me the money because apparently
I'm not playing intermediate. No, he got the Cash App. He does. He says,
no, I don't.
And he said, and his mom's debit card, Incel, remember basement game. Jack says, I'm broke, dusty, uneducated. Marry me, Brittany B, because you don't care.
Well, you know what? I can get you a union job, Jack, so it's all good.
Wait, you can get jobs? I'm moving. If that's the case, I'm moving then. I'm moving right where you go. All right, then.
Aaron, here's the thing. I share the wealth. You think I'm going to have a job that has good benefits and all this other stuff and nobody around me is going to have it? You crazy. Hey, I'm not going to be the only one around here making good money. We all going to make good money. How about that?
Yeah, I got back pain.
Okay. This is how it works. That's why I don't understand this lifestyle. Even if I thought I made more money than somebody else, I have the opportunity to put you right on where I was at. Hint, hint. That's why my ex is at the plant because, hey, get your ass in there.
Dang, you got to see him
working.
You got to see him every day putting them trucks together. Okay, do no harm. Jack says, well,
4,500 people in there. 4,500. I don't have to see him at all. Shout out. Big plant.
At my money budget and harassment limit, gotta go. Dang.
Bye, Jack. Have a good night.
Jack says, great show, AO. Returning to the away spirit, yo. He also said, I flirt more with Love C, but I'm retired. Sancho. What is Sancho? Is that I don't know what a Sancho
don't be
is.
flirting with Love C. That's a married woman.
I don't know what Sancho mean. Okay, do no harm. Jack says, "Dang, my fake wife is tripping again." Brittany B, better stop.
I'm not tripping.
Oh, and Jack says, "Cammy a hater. Me and Sharon beefing. Snow Queens." I don't know what that Snow Queens is meaning, but we're gonna see what it is another day. Troll Lord Treesh is here and says, "Hello." Don't do that, Brittany. You got an obsession with that, okay? Troll Lord Tree says, no woman should be homeless. She has at least 6 months rent in between her.
See, that's weird.
Don't say that's me. You said I don't believe it.
For babies.
You said I don't believe it.
Not for rent. My hands make my rent money, not my vagina. That's weird. My hands make my rent money.
Oh man,
I've been building stuff since I was 19. My hands make my rent, not my vagina. My vagina make babies. My hands make rent. What's happening? Why y'all got your hand over your head? Even Bolo got his hand over his head, and he's behind the avatar.
I'm gonna jump out the window. Okay, Through the Fire podcast says, Brittany B, can you build me a personalized truck? I'm a Chevy.
With my hands?
I'm a Chevy man.
I'm a Cadillac girl.
I can't build no. I don't know how. That's too much
What's
work.
wrong with that? I said my rent makes my hands make my rent.
Well, forget all that. We know you built the trucks. We know you do all that stuff. I want to ask you a real question.
Ask me a real question.
Are you the type of person to set your homie up with one of your girlfriends?
If they're not already in a relationship, I don't know. Because that's because I'm your friend and because I know you like a book, technically I should be around females that if a man comes to me and wants another female, I should be around a group of females that I could actually introduce my homeboys to. I know where this question is going. However, most of my female friends already are in relationships and they're already capable of getting their own people. So, boop. Sorry, Aaron, you can't trick me. Na boo boo.
So that wasn't my question. Actually,
I know. So am I the type? I don't have to be the type because the women I'm around already can get what they can get when they want it. And they're marriage material, which is why they keep getting married.
So my question was like, because you said
am I the type? I don't have to be the type.
I get it. All the girls around you. See, my thing is sometimes girls be like so supportive of their homies, they put their friends on. Like this one chick, she was putting her friend on.
Okay.
So my friend, she thinks you're really cute, but she's just kind of shy. Is it okay if she comes over here? Yeah. Okay, come here. Oh no. This is my sister. This is my
Big bag, big bag, big
very
bag,
rude.
big
This is
bag.
my sugar baby.
Try again. Try again.
Excuse me? My friend thinks you're really cute, but she's just shy. Is it okay if she comes over here? Come here. She's coming. Come here. This is my sister. She thinks you're really cute. Can she get your number? Why are you acting like that? That is so rude. Oh my god. Come on, no, this is my sister. Come on, come on. Excuse me?
So again.
So you said yourself, all your friends can get all these. So are you saying?
What I was already, the premise was we are similar because we are in a group. So if I were to walk up to a dude, he would actually be able to look at me and get a general idea of who I could be around and the character and the maybe prototype of the female that I would be around, which is why they were like, hell yeah, your friend could holler at me. And then when a friend come around the corner, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. How are y'all even friends? Is probably the first thought. And how are y'all even friends? And why don't your friend look like you? Because I was thinking your friend looked like you because friends normally look alike and birds of a feather flock together. That's what people say. This is what they say. Other than that, see, I'm already, Aaron, I know you like a book. Sometimes it's not fair for me to even be up there. Hi, Granville. How you doing, sweetie pie?
Hey, Brittany.
Anyway, so.
Yo, her gut was bigger than mine, bro. And
Right.
that's saying something. I'm big as hell, boy. Like, she.
Aaron,
My baby back, baby back, baby back.
Now, Aaron, it's already, we're past 3.5 hours. Granville is up here, even though we love Granville with all of our heart. I promise we do. Trust me, I do. No, where did he go?
I don't know where he went.
The only thing I was saying is it's ratchet time. So don't be amazed, even though I know it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon where you're at. Some of
Is
us.
that prejudgment?
Granville,
I would never act like that.
Granville, I don't have to prejudge because you've already given us the behavior. So I already know how you're going to behave because you've actually behaved.
I just did one little joke.
I know. And that's you're from not Louisville.
Oh Lord.
My fault. Wrong L. You're from Louisiana.
I'm from New Orleans. That's a different place than Louisiana.
Actually,
because Fort Washington is definitely that's Maryland. Baltimore is different from Maryland. I understand what you're saying.
Facts. Yeah. But that's messed up, Aaron. Like to play a joke on somebody like that. That's wild.
Whoa, Granville. Who said that was a joke?
Oh, that got to be a joke.
Why? But the thing is, even if it's a joke, those things can happen in real life, which is why I surprised that the dudes would say, "Oh, heck yeah, you got a friend? You got a friend? Oh, okay.
I know. That's why when my partners used to do that, and I used to be the friend, I used to be like, "Bro, send a picture of me first." I really used to do that. I really used to do that.
Hold on, we can't do this, Granville. I'm not going to allow you to lie on Aaron's.
No, that's the truth.
No, because
I'm being serious.
You're some incel. We're not playing this incel game.
I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it. Really, because if you see the people I hang out with, all these niggas is like over 6 feet, and they nowhere near fat. And they used to say, and listen,
are you not 6'1"?
No, I'm like 5. I'm like 5. Like
he like 5'1".
Go ahead and say 11. Go ahead and
Don't
say
shame
5'11".
men about their sexual desires when your body count is 47, bro.
Whose body count is 47?
What the actual fuck?
Aaron,
We've reached the conclusion of the show, Miss Brittany B. I'm sorry. Gots to go.
You were having so much fun.
I was having so much fun, but this was an impromptu show at the minute. So I got to go. I gotta go. I'm hungry. I starved myself for the people. Okay, I did. I starved.
Aaron,
I gotta
back in
eat.
the day, but hold on, back in the day, I
Huh?
would say, you know what, guys? Let's go back over to the Organic Sea of Brittany B and let's keep this conversation going. That's what happened back in the day.
Oh Lord.
However, I don't know. This was a good conversation, Aaron. I definitely appreciate you for having me up tonight. Pause. Somebody said, why is she saying pause? She's a girl.
No. Got to go.
Aaron, I love you so much, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Do the little peace signs. We appreciate y'all being here. Do all the comments, likes, and all that good stuff after the show. But we gonna get up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all get a good night rest of sleep. I need to get some sleep. I gotta be up really early in the morning. Yeah, I gotta be up early in the morning.
Yeah, but
you know
Aaron,
what
it's
time I
only
get up?
8 o'clock your time right now. You know that.
It's not no 8 o'clock.
Okay, I apologize. It's 10 o'clock.
That's crazy. And I listen. I got things I gotta do. First, food. I need food.
So why
Y'all
did
love
you go? See, everybody is addicted to this thing.
No, I'm not.
Everybody is addicted to this.
I'm here to support my subscribers. So every now and then I do a couple shows, give them a little bit, and then I dip off. I don't even overdo it. I don't overdo it.
So Aaron, let me ask you a question.
Because we got to end the show.
I'm just saying for the people, because you know I'm cloud chasing right now. Aaron, should I go live one day? Should I go live?
If I was you, I would go live.
You know,
I do it.
What I should do. I don't know what else to do. I'm a female.
Because you're not even tired. I can see it in your eyes.
No. Not should I go live tonight. Should I just randomly go live?
You can't do because I do that. I wouldn't recommend doing that because they don't be knowing I'm going live for like 30 minutes till I'm live. So it's dangerous doing that.
The OGs of the space, we can do whatever we want.
We'll see. It's like y'all never know. Y'all flood her timeline with start the lives up again, Brittany. Y'all flood her timeline and annoy her and then make her have to do these live streams. Okay, we appreciate y'all.
You know, can't nobody.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Until next time.